Yo, 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 y'all already know what time it is, man. Your boy Dub Q is in the building. Hey, y'all already see it. It's the Panthers and the Falcon preview. Look, we got my dog, the
Mm-hmm.
Wolf, the
Uh-huh.
day one A1.
Day one, A1. That's top grade. That's the top of the food chain. You heard?
Look, my dog Wolf is in the building, man. And if you haven't already, before we even get started, I'm gonna put his information in the chat. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Wolf A1 Day One is a family to the channel. So
That's
yo, how you feeling, fam?
I'm feeling great, man. First of all, thank you for having me on. We definitely got new wave content creators that's talking the real, and Black Cat and Zoe too. They talk some real, and that's what we need.
Yes,
We
sir.
need we need to get down to the streets, not to where ESPN is and all these fake analysts. We need to get it back to where the fans are. That's with the real fans. I'm talking about the day one fans. You see what I'm saying? That's why I named my channel Day One, because it's day one. We never gonna fold. I know where I am. I know I'm behind enemy lines right now, but I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable,
Yes, sir.
because we talk real. And like I said, if I ain't got the answers, it ain't the right answer.
For
My
sure.
dog talking about he currently rolling up a Falcon pack.
Come get it. Come get it.
Oh, it's gonna be
Come
lit
get it.
tonight, man. Look, look, y'all come on up in here, wipe your feet off on that subscribe button and
Hell
show
yeah.
some love, man.
Some
Hey,
love.
first thing first,
Hmm.
how is your outlook on the season right now, fam?
Surprising. Surprising.
Yeah.
And here it is, right? Beginning of the season, we're ranked 32 on everything. Now, the experts, air quote, let me air quote the experts. There's no story when the Falcons beat who they need to beat. There's no story.
Right, right.
The same thing with the Panthers, right? There's no story until there was a story, right? There's no
Mm-hmm.
story till there's a story, because everybody's focused on number 12, what number 12 does.
Mm-hmm.
What is he doing? The wedding, Giselle, the kids. Well, guess what, buddy? You got three other teams in this division.
Mm-hmm.
That's fact.
The defense is not going to be able to bail us out, but they've been bailing us out. Last year, they didn't bail us out. So surprising, because guess what? Last week, what a surprise. Oh my God. PJ Walker, PJ Walker had a better QBR than Tom Brady. Where's the experts?
I never saw that coming, fam.
Where are the experts, though? Where are they? Surprisingly, and this is what I say surprisingly, because I'm an NFL fan. I love the NFL, guys. People in the chat, I'm biased to the Falcons, but let me take off my bias cap. I love the NFL. I'm a fan of the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Eagles 6-0. Where did that come from? The Giants 5-1. Where's that coming from? Geno Smith is having a career year.
Facts. Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So surprising. I love it. I know you guys have strong opinions about your football team, but let me tell you something, man. Coach Wilkes is making an argument why he deserves the job. That's all
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, here.
I'm
That's
gonna say.
fact.
That's all. You know, I mean, look, I'm a fan, bro, of this division.
Mm-hmm.
At one point you had Drew Brees, Cam, Matt Ryan, and Jameson playing at the high level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now this division, if there's a guy that might change the division, he's out there somewhere. But I know this: the next team that hits with a quarterback, it's off to the races. Because you're gonna have to keep up with that quarterback. If he's a superstar or whatever, you're gonna have to keep up with that quarterback.
So I got a question for you. How you feeling about your guy Desmond Ritter?
Well, Desmond is a movie that I haven't seen yet, right?
Mhm.
So the previews is looking good, right?
Mhm.
Previews looking good, but we don't know if the show is gonna be what it's supposed to be, right? And so for example, do you guys like wrestling?
Yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to like.
Okay, so when Hulk Hogan was at the end of his American Dream run, they tried to replace him with Lex Luger, with Lex Express.
That's the
But the Lex Express didn't work. You see what I'm saying? It looked good when he slammed Yokozuna. Remember, he came in with the American shirt, slammed Yokozuna, and they gave him a big bust, Lex Express. I'm a big wrestling fan. Lex Express. It didn't work. He couldn't take over those shoes for Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ultimate Warrior came thereafter. And with Desmond, it's kind of like, is he going to be that or is he not? But the preview looks good. But is he going to be the guy to lead us for the next 10 years? I have no clue. And no Falcon fan, if a Falcon fan tells you he's certain, he's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a lot of FFFers, and y'all can take this and run. You got a lot of FFFers. You know what an FFFer is? Fake Falcon.
Yeah.
Fake Falcon fans. Fake Falcon fans. Because we don't know what Desmond Ritter is going to be because he has not been tested. And I'm willing to roll the dice next year, but a lot of fans are calling for him now, and I don't know why. Why are you calling for him now? I have no clue. Marcus is doing a great job.
Marcus is doing a great job. So, as far as for Sunday, you're feeling like Marcus Mariota is going to give you the best chance to get the job done?
Against the defense like the Carolina Panthers, I say yes. Right? Because he's mobile. And when you have a team like the Carolina Panthers that have nothing to lose, what do you got nothing to lose. There's nothing. That's what they're saying, right? They don't have anything to lose. Okay, great. So you look at the team and you say, well, the defense is good enough. They're good enough, right? I mean, you guys are fans. I'm looking from the outside. I think they're good enough to win ball games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Coach Wilks is giving himself a chance to say, hey, listen, you know what? I'm the guy for the job.
Yeah.
They're playing for him. And when you have a group of men that's willing to play and willing to lay down, it's hard. If it was Matt Ryan, the way Matt Ryan's playing, I would be concerned. I think Marcus is a little bit more mobile, and Marcus has shown how he can control the game with the running and a little bit of play action. And you know what? He could get the ball down the field. Now, is he the most accurate? No, but against the Carolina defense, I think being mobile helps a little bit. I think being mobile helps. And guess what? Those guys, did you see PJ Walker making some throws last week? I mean, those guys are playing.
Yeah. Look, PJ made some throws I wasn't even sure he was able to make. And I was like, is that little PJ?
Hey.
Yeah. PJ balled out last week for sure.
So the notion that there's NFL players that tank, right? You have this notion where you have this notion where ESPN and them create a narrative that everybody's tanking. Guess what, guys, and everybody in the chat? Some of these gentlemen are playing for a job. They're playing for a job next season or whenever. There's no tanking.
Yeah.
There's no tanking.
Yeah, the Panthers. That's true. when it
Right.
comes over here. Because I mean, just before this game, everybody basically was talking tanking. But the
Right.
thing about it, it's hard to tell 53 group of guys to go out there and jack the money, basically, as well from we like to say, jack that money.
Right.
It means go out there and mess up, and it's hard to tell a coach trying to get a coaching job who he feels and I feels as well in his previous hire was done wrong. So he's coaching for a job, and it's hard to tell him to go out there and go ahead and lose on purpose or mess up the wins. And you got guys on our roster that I can speak on that are playing for jobs in the future who's on that borderline of being cut, traded because of they're too inconsistent. So they're trying to still play for that. Like we got a guy like Chuba Huber who's trying to show that he could be a running back in this league. You got a guy like Terrence Marshall Jr. who's trying to prove himself to be a good wide receiver. You got a guy like Tommy Tremble. Like we got a bunch of guys that still trying to prove themselves. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah, because listen, it's like the best thing about Hard Knocks is watching those guys. Like you can see the reality of when they play so hard just to make the roster of the practice squad. Guys, some of these guys, man, they're playing for jobs. They're playing to feed their family, man. So that's why I'm saying, like, some Carolina Panther fans, let's get it. Let's get a reality check, right? We have a common goal. You can hate me all you want. That's fine, right? Because I will wear the opposite colors. That's fine. The common goal that we have is to win a Super Bowl. That's the common goal, is for our team to host up the Lombardi Trophy. That's what we want. Guess what? The Panthers been there 2015. The Falcons were there 2016 and 98. Guess what? We didn't do it. We didn't accomplish it. And it probably hurt us to the core. And it's hard to put 53 guys together to be able to accomplish that goal. It's hard to put that together.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question, Wolf. So we all know, I mean, of course, it depends. I mean, a lot of implications on tonight's game as well. But it's crazy because we're 3-5, 2-6. I mean, we'll be at 2-6, right? We'll be 2-5. Yeah, be 2-5. Yeah, 3-4. Yeah, my fault for that. But we all know implications on this game depends on that division lead. Well, based on this Ravens game. So how big is this win for will this game be for you if y'all is able to get it?
Well, it's going to make some headlines. If the Bucks lose and we win on Sunday, we're in first place. In a division where then they're going to create a narrative and say, well, it's weak. It's weak. Because there's no stars, right? The NFL wants to go through the stars. Think about this, right? In 2015, when Cam was at his height, Cam was in every commercial. Cam was everywhere. When Drew Brees was at the height, Drew was everywhere. Matt, everywhere. I'm not going to disrespect Winston, but, hey, he wasn't that popular, but okay. It's the mark. They create a narrative. ESPN or the Pro Football Focus, they created, the Falcons, it's a weak division, but they're in first place. It's never the story that you want to be told. It's the story that they want to tell you.
Yeah, facts.
Right? And then this is why I respect the content creators that are on the ground floor. Black Cat, Who Center, those guys that say, hey, you know what? Let me form my opinion. Let me sit back and say, hey, you know what? Let me form an opinion of my own. And guess what? The Falcons being in first place, it's not going to change. It's not even going to change a bit. The only thing that's going to say is you're going to hear more of the Tom Brady stories than anything else.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's what, like PJ Walker should have got a PJ Walker, the offensive line, Chuba Hubbard, Dante Foreman should have got a damn commercial last week.
Yeah, man, They came on out and hit the ground running.
running.
Hey, I got a question for you
Mhm.
though. From our perspective teams, what do you expect to see Sunday coming out and hitting the ground running? What do you expect from your team?
We got to run the ball.
Mm,
Got to run the ball. You know that's that. To our offensive line, I think also has been surprising as well this year, right?
hmm
Um, I mean, I think that I mean, that 49er game, I think we ran the ball 10 straight times at one point.
hmm
10 straight times and scored a touchdown. I think with Khalib Huntley, I think scored the touchdown, but ran the ball 10 straight. We got to run the ball. Running the ball is now it's a fad. They go away from it, teams. And I think that when you run the ball, you're able to open up the play calling a little bit, right? And you say, hey, listen, let's try to dominate in between the numbers and let's try to bring it to this Carolina defense. Let's try to bring it to this Carolina defense because still in all, I think that with running the ball and maintaining, you make PJ Walker on the sideline think about plays a little bit more. You make the offensive line think a little bit more so that when we go out there on the defense side of the ball, we can be prepared because we're preparing for somebody who I don't know if you have a lot of film on. I don't know if there's a lot of film. No disrespect to PJ Walker. I'm pretty sure that there is, but I mean, listen, he played with a lot of confidence last week, man. I mean, you know, I don't know that last week that team played with a lot of confidence, and I watched the game. I watched it, and that defense was getting after Brady all game,
Yeah, yeah, facts.
all
Yeah,
game.
we were.
The 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, and you can't get it. Leonard Fournette, brother, and it's that pride, bro. It's that you got to run the ball. This defense is stingy, and now you have to run the ball. You can't do. That's why I said in the video, Joe Burrow reintroduced himself to the NFL. That's what it was. He reintroduced himself. You can't let that happen.
Yeah. See,
You have
it's ironic you said the running the football. I was looking up a couple of y'all stats. I ain't know the last 2 games y'all threw the ball 27 times. Y'all
right.
threw a 13 last game and 14 a week before that. I mean, y'all formula has been running the ball. But when I was watching some of y'all tape,
Yep.
see the thing I like that you said Mariota earlier to the question. Mariota, his ability, even when the pocket breaks down and his receivers are being covered, he
Right.
still has the legs to be able to escape for those 2 yards where most quarterbacks would be a -6 or a 0-yard gain or a sack, things like that. So that's hard to do.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I like that. So going on to this next question,
Uh-huh.
matchups.
Okay.
What matchup is you most confident in for your squad?
On the offense side of the ball, I would like to see what Kyle could do against those linebackers.
Okay, there we go. Kyle Pitts has shown his face.
I
All
want to
right.
see what Kyle does because you know I listen. I don't know how you guys watch the players. Me, I watch the players. I watch their interviews. I watch how they came up, their background. I love the background, right? Kyle is a very team oriented guy. He wants to win,
Mhm.
right? If you see sometimes where Drake London and him line up together, sometimes it's a decoy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was about to
Right.
ask you. Yeah.
And I said it. I said it on one of my videos. I said, okay, these guys, if you get, and again, it's not Marcus. Marcus is a bridge quarterback. But if you get a quarterback that is on the par of a quarterback, you're talking about a legion of doom, an animal and hawk. That's what you have on that team. You have a road warrior team. It's a decoy. Those guys are decoys. So when Drake it lines up with Kyle. It's sometimes it's decoy, but I want to see him get a little bit physical with those linebackers. I want to see some physicality because he has to get that edge. He has to get that Travis Kelce lean on the linebacker and break off the route. You know, I'm not seeing a lot of that. I'm not seeing a lot of that. And I think he's faster than Kelce. He might not be as strong as Kelce, but I think he's faster than Kelce.
Yeah.
And I think that
Yeah.
I think I want to see that. On the defense side of the ball, I want to see that defensive line say, okay, they ran the ball down the Tampa Bay throats. Let's try to stop this run because I know they're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the first game Chuba Hubbard had against us last year, I think Chuba Hubbard went off.
He fumbled the first play. Remember that?
Okay, right.
No. I think he scored on that game.
I think he scored. I think he went off like with 100 plus.
He better not do that same shit again. I tell you true, I'll snatch your ass about this game.
Right.
Hey, but Wolf, let me say this, Wolf. And for me, my most confident on both sides of the ball is okay. For sure, I think for me, my most confident on offense is my offensive line. I just think with Bradley Bozeman, and granted, I love Grady Jarrett. I've been following for a good little bit. I like the way he play, but I just think with Bradley Bozeman, we actually get to do what that hard-nosed football that Steve Wilkes loved to do, which is run the football and allow the run to open it up for the pass. So with Brady Christensen, you seen the holes and the A gaps and the B gaps that he was able to do. And I think what people don't forget is that what people didn't notice on Sunday's game is that Bradley Bozeman, my fault, was he allowed Ikemi Kwanu to do what he does best, and that's reach the second level because he's he's a big, strong, athletic left tackle. He's a great mauler and a run blocker, so that allowed him to do it. When if you go back and watch some of the film, it was really him and Bradley Bozeman just moving guys out of the way. So it's that on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
I gotta go my man seatbelt, yeah. JC Horn, man. JC Horn, he's a dog, bro. He just does the job. Let's be what he just shuts down receivers, bro. Like in his career, he's never allowed a 40-yard. He's never even allowed a 40-yard receiver yet. So JC Horn, man, he's an animal. I would love to see him be matched up on a guy like Drake London. That's a matchup to watch, bro.
And last week, I think that it was. I think other than that one play to Mike Evans, I think they played cover 2, right? Did they play cover 2 on Mike, right? Did the Carolina Panthers play cover 2 after the first one? After the first Mike Evans, when he dropped the ball, Mike really ain't do too much after that. They was playing cover 2 on him.
I think he was rattled after that, man. They got in his head after
that. We switched it up. We started putting a safety over top of. Right. You watch a lot of those plays and go back over it. It was a safety over top of Mike Evans.
Right. And I think that Drake. Look, I think, like I said, Drake. If it was like, if you had another different quarterback, you're getting the ball to your receivers more. I just don't think that's Marcus's strong point. I don't think it's almost like he's another version of Tannehill. Tannehill had an MVP season once, right? And it was an Arthur Smith system. We're going to run the ball, Derrick Henry, and we're going to look for our passes when we can look for the passes. But I don't know if you're going to be able to, pass the ball like that against the Panthers. I don't know.
That's why I'm nervous there, Wolf. Now, wait a minute.
No, just because, listen, it's just you got to take off your reality cap, right? Marcus, when's the last time Marcus threw a 300-yard game?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at y'all stats right now. Yeah. Y'all average about 168 yards per game, which is 31st in the NFL. But y'all got a damn good running attack.
Running game.
Y'all 4th in the league.
Right, but Black. This is another thing, right? The running back game or the running back position is not what it was in the 90s. You had one running back, 16 games. Now you have 4 different running backs.
Yeah.
Fact.
Right? So we got Cordell, Tyler, Khalib, and now they're featuring Avery.
Well, isn't your boy gonna
McCaffrey
be
was
on
great.
Sunday?
Right. McCaffrey was great. But I think that they also figured out, hey, listen, you know what? He's a kind of specialty back because Dante Foreman and Chuba Hubbard were kicking up a storm last week. I'm just saying the running back position has changed. And that's why last year I think Cordell ran out of gas. I think Cordell last year just ran out of gas because they gave him too much of the load to carry. So, I mean, you know, I want us to be able to run the ball, but Marcus also has to put up, you know, he has to be. I want to see a 250-yard game, a 280 something. You know, you can't just be throwing 160 yards and thinking it's going, you know, that's going. You're not going to send the world on fire.
I got a question, man. You know, running back is one of the positions that they say you can only take it for 3 years.
Right.
The wear and the tear.
Yeah.
How long can your boy Cordarrelle Patterson? How long can he continue this?
Well, he only signed a 2-year deal, Cat. So it's next year's his last year anyway.
And y'all okay with him rolling out?
Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, what you look, right? At some point, you know, things come to an end, Cat. You know what I'm saying?
A bridge running back now? Wait a minute.
I mean, I like Tyler. I like Khalib Huntley. I like both of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, remember we had Williams from the Kansas City Chiefs. He's on IR too.
Damien.
Yeah, Damien.
Yeah. Isn't
So,
Cordell like 33, 32?
Yeah.
He up there in age, yeah.
Yeah,
he
got drafted by the Vikings, and he was a receiver back in the day.
Yeah, he was over there with Percy Harvin.
Mm-hmm. And he really wasn't he wasn't never a good receiver. That's the thing, he made the Pro Bowl multiple times over what? Special teams. He was a great kick returner.
Right, yeah.
And what y'all did, what I liked that y'all did last year, y'all opened up his skill set.
Right.
Which was use him in a lot of different ways. You don't have to be that prototypical receiver. We can use you out of the backfield. We can feature in a lot of different packages. So I think that brought the best out of his play.
Well, I think that's where the new that's where the new NFL is going to, where you're going to have players that's going to be able to do multi skills, whether passing or running or catching the ball and stuff like that. You're going to have a lot of these new players now. You see Debo, Debo's another version of that. You're going to have these players that's going to come out with different type of skill sets, and that's also important. I think for me, I'm one of the guys that I've defended Matt Ryan, but at the same time I've said, hey, you know what, it's over, right? You move on to the next. You move on to the next movie. You might have sat through a 2-hour movie and loved the movie for an hour and 50 minutes, but the last 10 minutes sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like the way it ended is because that's not Terry Fontenot. That's not his guy. It's just like Wilks, like he might have the players that Robbie, you talking crazy, get up out of here. It was quick.
Yeah, we got his ass up out of
here.
Yeah, he had to go.
He had to go. So when you sit down and you sit down in one of those important meetings like that, right, for a coaching job, and your owner or your general manager say, hey, listen, I made the tough calls. I made the tough decision. I was able to get a win against one of the greatest. By the way, we haven't beaten him yet. You guys have beaten him. We haven't beaten him yet. And guess what? Those players I just read an article today. Those players are rallying around Wilks. They're rallying around him.
Yeah.
And that's a dangerous situation to go against. Like you can say whatever you want, but when you're facing a team that does have nothing to lose, that's a very dangerous team to play.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a very dangerous team to play. I mean, you can. I see in the chat right here, 28-3, bro. Listen, you think I was? That's part of my stain. That's part of my. That's why I'm a day one, because I didn't dealt with disappointments, right? I didn't heard you, Kat, and Zoe too, about your team, and he got to go, and this and the third, and I done been there, but it's part of my stain because we dealt with disappointment, right?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. I'm a huge boxing fan. I was like, what happened? What? Mike got knocked out. It's impossible. Disappointment. I'm a Knicks fan. Michael Jordan been breaking my heart for years. I'm built different. New York Yankees up 3-0 against the Boston Red Sox when Kurt Schilling was bleeding through his sock, and they won 4 straight games on us. That's part of my stain.
Yes, sir. You all your life you had to fight.
Yeah. like, bro, 28-3, bro, it ain't gonna do nothing to me. That don't do nothing. It's just a good movie that ended bad, son.
Somebody say, oh yeah, you've been through it.
You see what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, when I didn't know you guys 2015, when Cam was there and I was watching the Super Bowl, and I said, there's no way that they losing. Peyton Manning was throwing 5-yard bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Manning's shoulder was off his.
But you know what happened?
Right.
You know what happened? This nigga named Mike Rimmers. Mike Rimmers was the worst right tackle in our history.
Right.
And Von Miller had a birthday cake with this nigga on that side edge, man.
Right.
Nightmares. I still have nightmares of that Super Bowl.
Right. And can I say this? That year, if I'm not mistaken, you guys went 15-1.
Yeah, lost to y'all. Y'all gave us our own ear.
Yeah.
Bro,
I remember that game. I'll tell you why. I was so mad.
You understand where we come from? When I say in the chat, we come from a different type of cloth. We've been through fire. We've been through fire. Kat, I'm pretty sure Zoe, you've been through fire.
Go ahead, Zoe. Look at here. Look at here. I know you excited as I am to really see what we wanted to do. We was going to introduce Wolf. We was going to let Wolf, get to it. But it's a whole lot of shit that's going on in Carolina, Wolf. You just don't know it.
But I got a question for y'all. Do you guys like Wilkes? Is Brian Flores' name popping up? What's happening?
Wilkes. I like Wilkes, man, because coming from Matt Rule, where you had a guy that just seemed like a shiesty, a dirty car salesman, man, it seems like Wilkes is the exact opposite. He stand up. When he comes in, he commands the room. When he says, he means it. It's like you see it. You see this nigga has an aura.
Right.
Like whenever he speak, he makes me want to get out and play football my damn self.
Of course.
I like that. Damn it, I like it, Wolf. I said I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing I like about Wilkes is this, and that's why I always say. I mean, that's why I say a lot. Got to take a game at a time, because I just think if Wilkes walked into a burning building, we all know like this team was worse than even we thought it was, and we all deemed, like Carolina Panthers fans, deemed Rule is the worst coach in the league. Like we all hated Rule. You will find no Panthers fan who like Rule, because there isn't one. Everybody hates Rule. So for Wilkes to come in, and I think this game this past week was very monumental, because the thing about it was like this, like we never beat Brady under Rule yet, and now we just did it. But it's how we did it. We did it with our 4th-string quarterback. We traded away our best player less than 48 hours before that. We traded away our wide receiver 2 6 days before that. Jeremy Chin didn't play that game. J.C. Horn didn't play that game. Matt Ioannidis didn't play that game. So it was a lot of things that happened in that game and forced to see us beat them the way we did, bro. Like, it was like, oh yeah, this team they getting up now.
Yeah, but see that, and that's the thing why he coached one good game and he coached one bad game. But let me tell you something: the Carolina Panthers can lose the rest of the season all the way, but it's how they play. It's how they playing.
They getting up
because they gonna go out there and they gonna say, okay, you know what? Let's just fight, and they gonna fight, bro. That's the problem. Is that you got coaches, and then listen. Let me say this. Let me say this because it's happening around the league. Cat Zoe, I don't know if you noticed this, but there's a lot of catfish coaching, as you can see in Denver.
Yeah.
Way in over his head in Denver.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Russell Wilson look like he ain't living up to that contract either.
Nah, man, it ain't just. I mean, he right about Nathaniel Hackett got. Hey, I can tell you too. This too, Wolf, Brandon Stanley, a lot of those guys hiding behind good players.
Yes,
but at the end of the day, you got to be able to coach.
Yeah,
and guess what? The system. Remember. Denver thought that they were getting Rodgers.
Yeah, that's why they had you Hackett. Yeah.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
Now, Matt LaFleur calls the play calling in Green Bay. It wasn't that coach. That coach was an offensive coordinator for Aaron Rodgers. He wasn't play calling. We got catfished. Dan Quinn didn't put that defense together. Pete Carroll did.
Wait a minute. Hold on, because I keep hearing people calling for Dan Quinn as the next Panther coach. So say that again so they can hear you loud and clear.
Pete Carroll put that defense together, not Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn didn't want to take the Jaguars job because he was scared.
He had to put in some work.
I don't bring up Seattle when I talk about Dan Quinn. Okay.
You.
Did I ever bring up? I never bring up Seattle. I talk about his instance. I talk about his Super Bowl. So Wolf, let me ask you this question: Y'all defense that year, was he the reason or was he not the reason Vic Beasley had his best year? Did he not have y'all defense pumping that year? What that was Dan Quinn.
That it was Dan Quinn, but we was still ranked 32nd in defense.
Damn.
Yeah. That was when Takk McKinley, remember Takk McKinley, Vic Beasley, and Dwight Freeney.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But the defense was still like 32nd. We were still giving up like almost 20 points a game. The problem was our offense was putting up there in their 40-30s.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan. Yeah.
That was the problem. See, the catfish. You gotta understand the catfish because it's dangerous for us right now. Zoe, Cat, all the Carolina Panther fans in the chat. It's dangerous for us right now. You know why? Because if you guys put the right coach in place, it's over.
Yeah, for sure.
It's over. Because smart people figure things out quickly. Quick.
Yeah, for sure.
And if they put the right guy, which if it's Wilkes, good luck. Again, another black head coach, which is needed in the NFL anyway. And Flores is dangerous to be there as well. There's other players. Dan Quinn, I don't know. Stay away, please. Please. But if they put a good coach there with the draft capital that you guys have, and are going to have, my God.
See, Wolf. The thing that the reason why I'm a big Dan Quinn fan is this. Yo, it like I brought up y'all, but not even just that. Like it really becomes big when it gets to the Cowboys.
Okay.
For him to take the Cowboys ex-defensive coordinator, I forgot his name. They had one of the worst defenses probably in the history of the game. You can look it up. They allowed the most yards in the history of the game. And you fast forward to what he did with that defense last year. Well, how he was able to change Trevon Diggs' game. People forget Trevon Diggs was horrible his rookie year. He was getting toasted. He was getting burnt out. I believe he allowed like 7 touchdowns that year. But what he did, he retooled his game and he allowed turnovers for him. And you can look at what he did with Michael Parsons. Well, people like to allude to, everybody should have drafted Michael Parsons. Dan Quinn was the guy that schemed Michael Parsons open. So this Dan Quinn hate isn't it, bro?
Hold on, Cat. Let me ask you this, though. How many defensive players did Dan Quinn draft on that defense?
Michael Parsons.
You sure about that?
Yeah, he did. He was a defensive. Yeah, he did.
So one out of how many you think? How many is good on that defense?
They got about Trevon Diggs playing good right now. J-Ron Curse, Donovan Wilson, Leighton Van Dash. It's a couple of it's a couple of guys.
Okay, so he drafted one. He changed probably the scheme. They got better.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay, but he didn't draft those guys.
I see where you're going with that.
He
What
didn't
you say that one more time?
He changed the scheme. They got better.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how many he drafted for the Falcons?
Who did?
Damn near all of them. Trufant, Beasley. I don't even remember the linebackers we had.
Yeah. He didn't draft Dion.
Dion was already there.
Okay.
Dion was already
was
there.
a Pro Bowler for y'all though.
Yeah, no, listen, I get it, but what you're saying, what you banked on, Zoe, like if you tell me, yo, listen, Black Cat does this good, I do this good, right? I say, okay, let me go to Zoe because I can't mess with Cat because Zoe says he does this good. Okay. Dan Quinn banked on his defensive prowess to get the head coaching job. It was the defense.
Yeah.
We're going to fix the Atlanta Falcon defense. We were still last. Every year he was there, we were last. The offense hit it. And now you could tell why Kyle keeps on blowing games. He's an offensive genius, but doesn't know when to pick the play.
And that's crazy because you're saying that's his specialty, and
right.
you 32nd, and that's his specialty. Oh,
that's his specialty.
So what? And you said with you can say you said with Dallas he only drafted Michael Parsons, right?
Parsons.
Okay, so answer this question for me.
Okay.
Did Michael Parsons not single-handedly change that defense?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. So, but before Dan Quinn got there, it was 32nd in every single category: run defense, pass defense, everything. Okay. Once he got there, they went to top 10. Now this year they're top 3 in every single category. Now you he didn't draft those guys, but we all know this. Okay, one player is just like with Bill Belichick. Okay, it's just, not that I'm comparing them, but I'm just talking about I'm putting the emphasis on coaching.
Yeah, I'm following you. I'm following you, baby. Go ahead.
Okay, you see a guy like a J.C. Jackson, right?
Okay,
he got guys like that balling for him. You see a guy like Jonathan Jones and Jack Jones balling for him right now. But now you see when J.C. Jackson goes away from Bill Belichick because he's a great defensive coach. He goes to the Chargers. Now he's getting burnt. 3 touchdowns this year. 500 yards already given up. So that's the emphasis on being a great defensive coach, putting your guys in the best ability. It's the little things in practice that they teach because he's a good defensive coordinator. That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
So you're saying J.C. Jackson is a system corner?
Well, stats prove it. I mean, what's not proving that?
Okay, but so defensive coach, right? Defensive coach. So his defenses in Seattle were he didn't choose him. Pete Carroll chose him. He put the system in play. Okay, I'll give you that. In Dallas, he puts the system in play. They get better. No problem. He probably drafted Michael Parsons, but we all know Jerry Jones has last say. But okay, I'll give you that. You go to Carolina. And you work on the defense. The defense is already good. To me, they're good. You put a system in play. Okay, great. You still have a below average quarterback. What does that do for your defense?
Put him in a lot of bad circumstances.
Damn sure.
What is Dak? What is Dak called? Middle of the pack Dak, because he's average. Now, if he was, let's say, this is a stretch, but let's say he was somebody that was playing at a good level, not even a high caliber level, but just a good level, you help your defense more. sometimes coaches don't take jobs because they're scared to pick. If you pick, let's say, with the draft capital that Carolina has, and you pick the wrong players, buddy, it is because now you're head of the table. Because Tipper ain't gonna be in the war room. The only thing Tipper's gonna do in the war room is congratulate the player that got drafted. That's a tough gig for Dan Quinn. That I would rather somebody like Flores, who did wonders with a Ryan Fitzpatrick and with that defense, because let's face it, he put that defense together.
But Wolf, to your point, Wolf.
Yeah.
Did he draft most of those guys from Miami?
No, I get what I'm saying. Okay, so what I'm saying is, with next year's draft, how much draft capital do you guys have?
We got 1 first, 2 seconds, 1 third, 2 fourths, 2. I mean, we got what, 1 fifth? Yeah, we got a lot. 9. I think 9.
So
picks.
It's 9.
About 6. So 9 draft picks, right?
Yeah.
9. Okay, so 9 draft picks. If 5 of those draft picks hit, are you guys happy?
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on, bro. Stop the presses now.
Wait. I'm asking.
Whoa, we need more than 5 to actually hit Zoe.
No, I mean, you're never going to hit on all 9 picks.
You're gonna
no team hits on every pick.
In this situation, you at least have to hit on 4 stars because you're picking in the first and second round 4 different times.
Nah, you picking in the first one and you picking in the twice. I mean, you picking in the second twice.
And then you got an early 3rd round pick, which is practically a 2nd round pick.
You're not gonna bank on every pick, bro. I tell you that right.
You can bet your sweet ass we better.
Okay, so 5. Okay, so let's say you hit on 5, right, Kat? Let's say you hit on 5.
Mm-hmm.
You trust in Dan Quinn to draft all 5?
Fuck no, not at all.
I'm just asking.
I don't trust Dan Quinn.
Okay. Do you trust Coach Wilks to draft 5?
It depends on at the end of this season.
First of all, this nigga talking about? What the fuck is this nigga?
No, I'm just asking.
About? Keep talking in circles, bro.
You talking about me?
Yes, you nigga. What are you talking about, bro?
First of all, Wilks might not even be there to go into the
Go ahead, boy.
That's why I'm trying to dance around. I wasn't gonna come out and say the shit, but damn, he might not even be there, Wolf. Let's be honest, man.
Okay.
If he don't get us to some stance where he wins some games to get us almost to division title or something, his ass won't be here to draft. So
6 games.
Well, yeah, he better win 6 fucking games or his ass up out of here.
But if you drafted 6, if you win 6 games, would you rather say, okay, look, we tried our best and win 4 games and get that number 1 pick, or that 2nd or 3rd to get a quarterback, or are we saying 6 and then
Steve Wilks is not a nigga that gonna lay down?
Okay. I'm just asking, Black.
No,
Black.
He just
that nigga is not gonna lay down. I'm just saying the nigga's not gonna lay down.
Yeah.
So let's assume that right now he's trying to coach for his ass. He's coaching for, like, his ass is on fire right now. He looking around for a glass of water. He's coaching to get his ass up out of there, to get his ass out that water, to get into some water. So what I'm trying to say is, if he do well, this is his interim season. He must win games so that way he can be considered, because David Tepper likes him. He loves him.
Okay.
But he's not going to hand over the keys to the Lamborghini to a toddler. He's not going to do that again.
Okay.
He's not going to do that.
So who would you guys prefer in the draft? Give me a name.
Coach or quarterback?
That's in the war room, first pick, who you guys want.
First pick, you give me CJ Stroud, and then you go out and you get a coach like Harbaugh or somebody. That's my pick, my choosing. But a lot of people like Ken Dorsey or even DeMeco Ryans from 49ers. Those are some options that you can get, but we need an offensive-minded coach, man. Let's be honest. We done seen a lot over here in Carolina.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you get a guy like Ken Dorsey, you go ahead and get your quarterback like CJ Stroud, you just turn your franchise around because you got a guy that can put him in position to not only take advantage of his legs, but take advantage of his arm. And we got DJ Moore here. Look, all you got to do is add a receiver or two, get a tight end. You look around, you bolster up, get this defense where it should be, get another edge rusher, get a middle linebacker, add a corner in this draft too, because we got so many picks, you can do so much. Make sure you get this young guy some weapons.
Let me throw a name out there that nobody's talking about. Brian Leftwich.
See, the nigga
Nah.
ain't doing it in Tampa
Yeah,
Bay. I
nah.
don't want his ass over here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
See, I'm one of those guys. I don't believe in mixing. Like, if your ass work for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, don't come over to Carolina. If you work for the Saints, like Sean Payton, as good as coach as he is, I don't want that motherfucker in Carolina because it's gonna bother me every time I see him.
Hey, Wolf,
Every chance.
Hey, Wolf, I got a question for you.
what's up, brother?
A guy I liked it in this upcoming draft a lot was Troy Anderson, big tall linebacker. How he been for y'all?
He's been good, man. He's been he gonna figure it out. You can see it. He gonna figure it out. I think he's like next year he'll probably like leap forward over Michael Walker. I think he's gonna leap over him, man. I've seen I've seen all the games, but I've seen how he tackles, how he reads. He's just got to get stronger, but he gets to the ball, dude. I love him. That's what I'm saying. He's versatile.
Yeah,
he played running back. He played wide receiver. He played a tight end.
Everything. He played quarterback. All that.
Yeah. So I mean, I love it. Look, like I said, man. There's some fundamentals for the rookies. There's some fundamentals for some of the rookies that we drafted, but I'm gonna say that we hit probably on 3 of the rookies that we drafted, and the 4th one would be Desmond Ridder. But I think Troy Anderson is good. I think Ibikite, I think if he gets a little bit more fundamental, I think he's going to be good. Man, I want to say, oh man, Drake London has to like, I just think that there's so much there. There's so much there that Marcus just can't do. He just can't. He just can't do it. You see what I'm saying? What I do is I do history on the coach that we hired. The coach that we hired is Arthur Smith survived all the Tennessee firings. Everybody that got fired from Tennessee for all those years, except Vrabel, he was the only one that survived. Arthur Smith survived all those firings. Tannehill's MVP season, and I know you guys watch videos and stuff like that. Watch the play calling. It's the Atlanta Falcons now. It's just that I think Tannehill has just a better arm than Marcus. And obviously, Derrick Henry in the background is going to help out so damn much. So that MVP, I like coaches like that. I like coaches that, like, when you have a big win like that, let's go get some beers. Let's go. I love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love that stuff. And I think Wilkes is probably the same way. He's probably like, yo, you know what? Like, let's see what we can do. You know, let's see what we can do out here. Let's go and let's see what's going on, and not even worried about what the hype is. You need coaches I love coaches like that. I love coaches like that. I mean, Brian DeBall is doing a hell of a job with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
he's crazy. Yes, sir.
I mean, those types of coaches, man, that can figure it out fast. That's what you need. The problem is, what I want a football guy in that war room, right? I want a football guy that's gonna understand what and say, okay, listen, this is my strong Pete. Yo, call Dean up, right? Because Dean Pease that's a defensive coach. Dean Pease is a defensive coach. Dean, what do you think about this guy? That's what you need. You need a guy that's going to say, okay, listen, this is not my strong suit. This is yours. Let's see what we're doing and let's go for it. That's what we need. We need stuff like that. We don't like I think the Panthers at this point, that's where they are, and it's very dangerous because you have so much draft capital. I don't know what's on the books for you guys next year. I really don't know what's on the books. But if there's a little bit of money involved, that also gets veteran players in the door. That
Yeah.
also gets experience in the door. You
Yeah.
know, it's so dangerous because I've said it. If one of the teams hits on a quarterback, it's off to the races. You're trying to catch up with that team.
For
That's what
sure.
you're doing.
Hey, Wolf.
What's up?
Now we're gonna jump to the fire, bro.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Score
Let's go.
predictions.
Okay.
we could go around with this. Now I'll let you take a jab at it first.
I'm gonna say it's a divisional game. Divisional games are they're always a fight. I think last year's score was 19-16. I think the first game was 19-16. The second one could have been even closer than that. I'm gonna go 24-27 us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 24-27, and I'm gonna go with trusting my defense to bail us out again. PJ Walker driving down, throws an interception. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zo.
I'm gonna say 17-14 Carolina.
Okay.
I got us. I think it's gonna be a good defensive game, but I think what comes down to it, I think our run game. I think we're gonna rush for probably over 120. And it's not really putting a superior on the running backs. I just think my offensive line, bro. These dudes, they maul us down there, man. I just like the way they move people out of the way, and I think our running back's gonna do all right. I think PJ will do just enough to get us over the win. Of course, we're getting JC back this week, so yeah, that's major plus.
Before you answer, Cat, Tannehill had an MVP. I didn't say he won the MVP, but he had an MVP season. I'm not sure what season that was, but
2020. I was trying to explain it to
Okay.
to the cat in the chat. But
Okay.
yeah, he did have a huge season when he got there with Derrick Henry. He
Okay.
was top 5 in MVP.
Okay,
rankings.
yeah. I said that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because when I say something black, I just want to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Jump on your ass.
Yeah, it was on me. But go ahead, Black. Prediction. Because don't come up no 30s. Don't go in the 30s, Black. Don't go in the 30s.
I'm gonna keep this one normal. I'm gonna say 24-17. I really think that this is gonna be a motivated team. With this defense the way it is, Lou Vu and the crew, man. I mean, Oos is gonna show up, bro. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Lou Vu, man. Jeremy Chin, I think he'll be. Is he back this week, right?
Nah, Jeremy Chin will be back next week.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, yeah. Well, let me tuck my nuts back in. Never mind.
Hey, Xavier Woods back there. He ain't nothing to be played with, man.
I'm just joking, man. I'm just
Xavier dog, bro.
Right.
24-17. I got the Panthers taking this one because if we can duplicate anything that we saw from last week, we're going to see a strong running game and we're going to see a lot of play action. Hopefully, PJ can hit the pinnacle. He can get out there and make some throws.
Right.
That's what I'm betting on. That's what I'm betting on, PJ. Please don't make me look like a jackass.
Right. Yeah, and our secondary, I think it's injured too. So, they got to step up. I DJ Moore is talented as hell too, dude. Like seriously, he's talented, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just that's another matchup too. Where when you guys ask me, I'm like, is AJ? If AJ's not playing, Casey's hurt too. So it's like, it's next man up, and you gotta make plays. I mean, deep. And like I said, PJ, man, I don't know. He looked real good throwing the ball, man. When he had to throw the ball, he looked real good throwing the ball. And he had no problem hitting your tight end for a touchdown.
Yeah.
So that leads me to this next question that I got for you, fam. If you had to name one player that Carolina Panther fans should be on the watch out for, Who is that player and why?
It's easy to say somebody on the defense. So I'm gonna have to go with the quarterback because he has not like PJ right now could just take the reins now. And I mean, you want Baker back?
Oh,
Nah,
I'm
nah.
talking about your team.
Oh, oh, my bad. I thought you. I'm sorry.
I said one person on your team that Carolina Panther fans should know after Sunday. Like a sleeper, a dark horse
Okay,
that we don't know too much about.
I would have to say I would probably have to say Damian Birdman.
You going with the receiver Bird?
Yeah.
The mere Bird, our boy that went over to y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I would just have to say somebody like that just because look, man, you know, you got players. I like players that play with a chip on their shoulder, man. It just
by now he should have a brick house on his shoulder because
and he scored last week. He scored last week, first play, and it was a bomb, and he scored. You know, out the gate, I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what the hell just happened?" You know, and I'm like, okay, and that's the problem. Like you know, that would be a Calvin Ridley play, right? And Calvin's not there to make those plays, so you know, I haven't seen much from OZ. You know, Bird last week, you know, he made a great play. I think that if you get him the ball a little bit more slot time on the phone, you got to get him the ball. But that's what I'm saying. I just don't know. Look, man, Marcus isn't. That's not. You know, I hate to bring people down. I hate to say, but Marcus is not that guy, dude. He's just he's just duct tape, man. Marcus is duct tape, man. And this is what I'm saying. When you have a quarterback like that, that's why I said PJ Walker. PJ Walker could take the reins right now and say, okay, listen, I know I could win in the NFL. And maybe not be a starter, but be serviceable somewhere. If it isn't in Carolina, it's somewhere else. But resume speaks. Did we forget, chat? Brock Osweiler got $70 million from Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, 72, yeah.
Yeah.
Denver love throwing money to quarterbacks that ain't worth a damn. I see that.
Did we forget that Matt Flynn had one good game in Green Bay and got paid by Seattle, and then Russell Wilson took his job?
Last game of the year.
Yeah. Are we forgetting this, ladies and gentlemen? Because the quarterback position is being, it's so now so important, so much emphasis on the quarterback position that when you have somebody like how do you think Fitzpatrick got all those jobs? Because he was serviceable for all that amount of time. He was serviceable. And let's say PJ Walker isn't what you guys want, fine. You guys just said it. First pick. You guys want CJ. If you guys get CJ, the whole division is in trouble.
Yeah. Because he instantly will be the best quarterback in that division, if you ask me.
Right.
He'll come in and with Mariota, Tom Brady possibly retiring after this year.
Right.
That's the NFC South right there.
Yeah.
He would take it.
Right. Because the Buccaneers are going to go right back to where they need to be. And, you know, that's just the truth. You know, obviously the New Orleans, you know, Andy Dalton, you think, you know, come on, let's keep it real. So if you guys do get CJ, Desmond better be what he says he is. And he said it. You guys seen the draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did Desmond Ridder say when he got the phone call?
What took y'all so long?
They fucked up, coach.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did I say in my video? You better be that.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
You better
Yeah.
be that. You better be that because if you guys get CJ and I'll be scared to death if you guys get an offensive minded coach with somebody like CJ.
Yeah.
Because now that whole division is you catching up to CJ. You're catching up to the first quarterback that's a superstar. You're catching up. Let's not forget, Drew Brees swept the division. Swept it.
Mm-hmm.
Cam lit us on fire. Matt lit the whole division on fire at one point. Once you hit for that quarterback, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? It's off to the races. And Cat, Zoe, they make these positions important. Quarterback, pass rusher, the blind side, cornerback, wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing about no running back no more.
I guess because they figure they can input anybody in now.
Right. Guess what? If you have the quarterback down, it's off to the races, dude. It's hard to catch up to somebody, and hopefully, that's what I'm thinking of when you see a bad draft class or somebody that drafts bad for the organization. It takes them about 4 or 5 years to get back from that bad one bad night. One bad night can knock a team back 3-4 years. Cat, I done heard you, bro, ranting. I done heard you rant about some of the picks and some of the situations. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that makes sense, or this makes sense. It only takes one bad night with the wrong guy. Now, if you guys think Dan Quinn is that guy, good luck. Good luck. No shade.
You know, when you said that, I thought about what's the movie where Taken, where he whispered into
yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, so you hear that? That's your boy Robert Quinn. You done put your nuts out on the line for.
His name isn't Robert Quinn.
Dan Robert, God damn it, you know who the hell I'm talking about.
You out here jumping. You out here doing all them jump jacks for Jim Harbaugh. Nobody want that dick.
Zoe, you're a defensive guy.
Than Quinn.
Yeah. I love defense.
Okay, you're a defensive guy. Okay.
Now you see, we yin and yang over here. He loved Quinn. I love Harbaugh.
Okay.
Man, throw the money, go get him from Michigan. Let him build your entire campaign around, man. He's a defensive minded guy.
He want a college coach.
Okay.
A nigga that's been there for multiple years.
You see this nigga being salty right now because we had a college coach that was full of shit. Now, at the end of the day, you got to go with a nigga that's proven in the NFL.
Right.
You've seen this nigga take a team to the NFC Championship as well as the Super Bowl. So that's all the fuck I'm saying.
Didn't Dan Quinn go to the Super Bowl too?
Dan Quinn.
But just don't get the catfish.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, next thing you know, Rex Ryan want to interview.
Don't do that. You took the smile off of my
face. Wolf. Rex Ryan wasn't a bad coach, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't do that. Come on,
you see, started some cat.
Yeah.
Here we go with this shit here.
People don't understand. I ain't gonna go there, bro. You don't understand, bro.
What I'm saying is
that was horrible.
No, I love it. We'll cut off the cut, bro.
No.
Look where you done start, Wolf. God damn it.
It's because listen, listen, do you guys have a GM?
Yeah.
Scott Fitter. We like Scott.
Okay, so then I don't know what type of guy he is. I don't know what type of personality he has. I'm not sure. I'm not really in tune, but depending on how he is, he can go deep into the pool of coaches. Now, there's been rumors that we were going to hire Rex. There's been rumors. I mean, there's a kid that's a big Falcon fan that had inside information that Rex got an interview before Arthur Smith. And I was like, what? Rex Ryan? And he was like, yeah, Rex got an interview. And I was like, he got an interview or he got talked to? Because it's a difference. I think you get people like that to throw their hat back in the ring because they want to go back to coaching. Some of these names, I just like last week, for me, I like attitude, and Wilkes has a good attitude, and you can see it from the players, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that, right? Harbaugh can probably get you the same. I'm pretty sure Dan Quinn could probably get the defense to do the same. I'm not going to say the offense, though, because I don't know how much of an offensive skill set he has because that's not what he banks on.
Yeah,
on the defense.
For sure. Hey, so, but look, Wolf, if you go back and you listen to what I said about Dan Quinn, right. I was basically saying this. I said this, and this is verbatim. I said, right. I would want Dan Quinn to come in. Okay. And the wonders that he would do with this defense, but he would only be as successful as I would want him to be if he comes along with a great offensive coordinator. So, like, I mean, if he comes in with that, like y'all had, was a Kyle Shanahan as type of which is hard to find. I say that, like, Kyle Shanahan's don't come around very often. So, I mean, yeah, I was basically saying.
Why do you think that he didn't take the Jacksonville job? Because he had the Jacksonville job. Why do you think?
To be honest with, I don't even remember that, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't follow him that hard to even remember that.
That's what I'm saying. I like. There's certain things that I pick up. There's certain things that I don't pick up. But there's certain things that I do pick up. And he had the job before Doug Peterson.
He had the job. Oh, you talking about this past season?
Yeah, this past season.
I thought it was Leftwich. I thought Leftwich was the one that was going over there.
It was Leftwich, and then it switched to Quinn, and then from Quinn,
he had 3 different coaches in and out.
You know what, Wolf? I do remember that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I gotta question that because it's the same thing where I talk to Raider fans, right? I talk to Raider fans, and the coach now he reneged on the coach job. He
McDaniels, right?
Yeah, McDaniels. That's why I think that there was a coach midfield that didn't want to shake his hand, if you remember, because he reneged on like. There's certain things that I look at and be like, damn, son, it like something like why he don't want to do that, because if he banks on the defense, they just say, listen, I'm a defensive guy. I don't know nothing about the offense. I don't know what's going on. And then when you have a kid like Lawrence or stuff like that, you might stifle that growth. So if you do get a CJ and Dan Quinn is the head coach, do you think that he would stifle him being that he's not offensive minded? Do you think that's a problem?
Yeah.
Being too defensive minded. I'm just asking.
See, the thing about it, Wolf, and the thing that I always say this, I hear a lot of people, they say offensive coach. Now, granted, like I always say, man, Carolina hasn't had a great offense since 2015. Like an offense where you go game in and game out and say, like I always refer to the Bills and the Chiefs. When their offense goes into games, 25 is like a gimme for them. We know we're gonna get this 20 points per game. We know we're gonna reach this. We ain't have that type of offense since 2015. So I understand when people say that, but Wolf, this is the thing that I get into when I also bring up that I be at this. Okay, you want an offensive coach, but can he lead a full 53-man roster? It's different from when you just calling offensive plays from the box on the sideline, when you just thinking of your 26 guys. When you just thinking of your 26. But it's different when you got to add on that whole other 26, when you got to go on the defensive meetings, when you got to go on the defensive back room and all of that type of stuff. And you got to bring the whole team as a meeting together and tell everybody how to construct as a full NFL team. So it's stuff like that I'm not totally against it, but I just, you have certain reservations for it.
You're a defensive guy. I respect that defensive guy. Listen, defensive guy, man, it's nothing like watching, Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Ronnie Lott. The defense is definitely important. I'm just saying the way the NFL is going, Cat might be on.
Yeah.
He might say, okay, look, let's go offense and let's try to fill in that position with somebody on the defense who's young, who might have come up with better schemes and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I like the Harbaugh because Harbaugh has had success in the NFL. It's not like he hasn't. He has. And if he does come to a division like the NFC South division, we need that. We need a superstar in the NFC South division. There's nobody there, dude. There's no stars.
Yeah, it's not. You're right.
There's no stars.
There's one.
And the only thing that the rivalry is just us, and the rivalry is good. I've been to Carolina to watch the games way before this YouTube stuff. I've been to Tampa. I've been to New Orleans. Bro, it's a good time. It's a good rivalry, man. It's a real good rivalry. So, we need stars. Yo, when those three quarterbacks, and I'm not going to exclude Jameis Winston, when those four quarterbacks were going against each other, the games were competitive. They were good. The division was on fire. Every year, you didn't even know who was coming out of NFC South.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You could pick and choose what other division was coming out except the NFC South.
Yeah. Remember, the division they have a back-to-back one until I believe us.
Yeah.
I believe it was us. 2015, 2014 and 2015. Yeah.
Okay.
7-8-1, 11-5, and 12-4.
12-4, right. So, like, bro, the division is competitive, and we've lost that competitive, fire. We listen. Look, all the Carolina Panther fans is on Cat Zoe show. You guys can hate me all you want, but you guys know I'm telling the truth. This division is lackluster of stars.
Yeah.
Tell him, Wolf. Tell him.
It's a lack. Look, I'm gonna take off. Look, I'm gonna be biased. Look, I'm gonna take off from this Cat, and I'm gonna give you the ESPN. The ESPN Stephen A. Smith, Keith Murray, the most beautiful thing in the world, Enigma. This division is the weakest division in football. It's the weakest division in football. That's what it is. We need stars. We need to have some storylines, and we need to tell these players story. That's what we have to do. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And this division right here is historical. And let me say this. The Carolina Panthers will have a 30 for 30. They will have a 30 for 30. And we'll have another 30 for 30 for the Super Bowl 28-3. We're going to have another 30 for 30. Okay. The Carolina Panthers will have a 30 for 30, but not for what we accomplished, for what we've blown. And Cam is going to get a lot of attention. The problem is that it's not old enough for the story to tell. It's not old enough yet. But mark my words, I said it on the Black Cat and Zoe show. The Carolina Panthers will get a 30 for 30 for the wrong reason.
Man. Not
for the right reason, for the wrong reason.
I just slapped me in the face. Bam!
And listen, if there's anybody who's unbiased about the stuff about this division, is us, because I love this division. I love Panther fans. I love that they hate me. I hate the Saint fans. They hate me. We know what it is. The Bucks fans, they're only alive for another couple of more games anyway.
Yeah. Once Brady leave, they leave.
They're right, So I mean, I've been around when they had Josh Freeman. I've been around when they had Vinny Testaverde. I know this division. Okay, I just watched the Steve Berline when we were playing. Steve Berline was the quarter. Well, that's his name, Steve Berline, for the Carolina Panthers when they was playing against Michael Vick.
I think
That's
we had Testaverde a year too.
right. Okay. You know, like, you know, Wolf, y'all go and have one, two. My friend about to say Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, look, like, listen, I my son was 1 years old at the time. He had just turned 1 years old. I had people from Boston in my house, sir. MDJ 365. I had people in my house from Boston. They live in Worcester, however the hell you want to call it. They live right by Foxborough. I've been through it all, sir. I've been through it all.
Yeah.
I know the Super Bowl is something that Carolina Panther fans want, Falcon fans want. But let me give you a history lesson, sir. The Arizona Cardinals have been in existence since the 50s, 40s, I don't know. And they've waited damn near 5 decades without a Super Bowl. I think you check Black, I think they were in existence in the 1940 something. It's been 50 something years and they still haven't had a Super Bowl, nothing. The Arizona Cardinals. So we're here. Black Cat's gonna be here shooting videos every week. Zoe's gonna be here talking his defense. I'm gonna be here, and we always gonna be lit because guess what? We don't gotta listen to ESPN, Pro Football Focus, or do nothing. We do our own research.
Yes, sir.
You know. So
Well,
and hit that like button, hit that share button, because you getting the realest of the real. You ain't getting no 25-cent juice, quarter water.
man, look at here. I put the link in the chat to Wolf's channel. We appreciate him. He's a friend of the channel. Always welcome here. Fam, you let me know when you want it for yours. I'll be ready. Look,
Yes,
if it's today,
definitely.
tomorrow,
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you let me know. Just reach out. I'm there. I
Yeah,
am there.
listen. I think we're gonna have a great game on Sunday. I think it's gonna be a good one. I think we're gonna listen. I think this division is gonna come back. This division is going to come back, and when it comes back, it's gonna be like Sabretooth and Wolverine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's gonna be like that. You know, that's what we need. We need that type of stuff. We need some real content creators shooting, man. And I respect both of you gentlemen, man. And it's been a pleasure, man, and always a pleasure to see you guys, man. And I hope you guys hit 1,000 subscribers. I don't know what the outcome or the goal of your show is, Black Cat, but I hope you do hit it with Zoe. Zoe's a lot younger than you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zoe is early 20s, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at here. Yeah, the sky's the limit. I just turned 32, so I got nothing but time.
Oh my God. You guys are
But
making me feel like a senior citizen right now.
don't do that, Wolf. Look, I'm telling you, man. Look, me and Wolf, I think I found Wolf through what was his name? Mr. Who Dat. And
Right.
we all kind of started at the same time.
Yep.
And look, man, it's a relationship that blossoms as we all grow. Look, we all going up at the same time, and that's what matters when you start in the beginning and you look to your left, you look to your right, you see you got partners that's in the same category as you. And I like to see everybody grow up in the same motion. So
Right.
look, kudos to everybody, and I wish nothing but blessings for you and your channel as well, man.
Bro.
Even though you the op, I happen to like you, but you the op. So
I'm up all day. I'm behind enemy lines right now. I'm behind enemy lines, but guess what? Everything. Respectfully though, because I don't want to get out of line, because I know these Carolina Panther fans, they're relentless. Trust me, they are.
Yeah,
they get on your ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially
MDJ. I'm putting it in the chat in the link again for his channel. There it is right there. You guys can click on the video and subscribe to his channel, man.
I appreciate everybody. Who's the other gentleman that you guys have sometimes? He's the older gentleman. Who's that guy?
Talking about 2020?
Yes. Oh,
Lord have mercy.
oh, shout out to him, bro. I heard him. I think it was last week. Was he on last week? He was on
Yeah,
last week.
yeah.
Yeah. Boy, somebody get him a show, a camera, a microphone, bro. He was. Shout
Hey,
out to
he
him.
got his channel on 2020.
Okay.
Go ahead. He
Okay.
just hit 1,000 himself, man. So shout out
Hey,
to Unc.
shout out to you, man, brother. Shout
Look,
out to you. I was like, oh man, I appreciate you that, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. Look, man, it's great to share ideas and thoughts, man, with content creators that think for themselves.
mm-hmm.
Everybody has an opportunity to think for themselves, man. And that's what we do. Listen, if your team doesn't motivate you to do better in your life, you're watching the wrong sport.
Ooh, I like that.
You're
Yes,
watching the
sir.
wrong sport. You know, um, look deeper than what you see on TV. Do your research on some of these players' backstories and motivate yourself to reach your goals. Do that. I mean, Black Hat, not for nothing, man. I'm going on my second degree right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going on my second degree. I'm in school full time. I work full time. I got a family. The goals don't stop. If your team is working, you need to be working.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You see what I'm
sir.
saying? And if I could give Zoe a piece of advice, Papo, you 20 years old, get to it. Whatever it is that's on your plate, get to it. Black, whatever's on your plate. I know I seen you was grinding the other day, still doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
Get to it. Because guess what? We can't rewind this time. We can't do that. And everybody in the chat, we can't go back to 2015. We can't go back to 2016. We damn sure can't go back to 98.
Sir.
Can't go back. Can't go back to Super Cam. Can't go back to Luke Kuechly. What's my man's name? The linebacker Luke. You can't go back to Thomas. You can't go back to those players. You gotta look forward to the players that you have on the team. And some of those players, if you look deeper, they have some great stories. And those are the stories we need to tell. That's why sometimes my videos don't get as popular as some other ones, because I'm not interested in this, that, and the third. I'm interested in the story of the players.
Mm-hmm.
And I shoot my videos the way I shoot them because everybody gives you the same rice and beans. But I'm giving you rice, beans, I'm giving you chuleta, I'm giving you the chicken, I'm giving you everything else.
They can lay the meal out. Yes, sir. You know what, Wolf? I like to think that we the same here on Black Hat Panther Podcast,
Right.
man. Look, I always say it's home of free thinking.
Right.
Look, it's free. Use it. Let's apply it. Let's look at what we see and let's be the ones to go ahead and put it out there and say, hey, enough is enough.
Right.
This is what we see in this Panther Network.
Right.
We're gonna shoot it to you as real as possible, man. And I think this is just the beginning of something beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, I'm here as God lets me be here every year with you guys, and we do it more than twice or 3 times or finish off. And man, it's like, you know what, man? Even like Mr. Who Center, when I go over there, he's like for being so young, I'm like, I'm not as smart as some of these, like when you break down the film and stuff like that, I'm like, yo, these guys are really teaching. They are really like, when you do your film, I watch, dude. I watch. I'm like, okay, this is okay. And then I see when you go like this and you're like this, and Zoe's, I've heard Zoe before. I've heard Zoe before.
Stress, man. It's the stress of the season. Like I tell people before,
Yeah.
It's the roller coaster ride that we're on right now with this team, because as you see, we're up and down from week to week. And if the team don't get you rattled at least once, you're not really invested, fam.
You're not invested.
Yeah.
But could I suggest something between you and Zoe?
What's up?
How about you guys do a debate about offensive, defensive coaches?
Oh hell. You already see how we got on it tonight with Dan.
I know it was about to go left, but I'm trying to play my Bobby Heenan right now. I think you guys should have a debate on offensive-minded coaches, defensive-minded coaches, because it looks like Zoe does want a defensive-minded coach.
And you know what the crazy thing is? Zoe always say he wants a defensive minded coach, but he prefer an offensive minded to change what we've seen so far. So it's interesting to see, the dynamics of Zoe from how he
Right.
feeling.
Hey,
I like it though. I'm here for it.
Zoe, what's up? You want to battle next week?
Oh, I'm always.
That
Oh,
nigga good for an
This
argument
was-
now. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yes, I'm good.
yeah, the
He
audio
don't
went
get
up
his
a little
rocks
bit.
off if he don't get that argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
Audio went up a little bit. I'm just saying it's just a good perspective because that's probably where Carolina's it's probably gonna be one of those two things. For me, my opinion, it's probably gonna be one of those two things. I would just say offensive minded just because that's where the league is going. I just think that that's where it is. I mean, I don't know if, and then they're much younger now. So the coaches now are much younger. I mean, I don't see the Miami coach come out with a Starbucks coffee and when a book bag looked like he going to class.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. You guys, I would like to hear that. If you guys get into that, I would love to tune into that because I think that both of you guys bring a good perspective on that. I mean, Dan Quinn is a good one. Brian Flores is another good one. Who's a long shot coach? Who would be a defensive minded coach that's a long shot that you would like to see?
Well, I
You know,
told you, D'Amico Ryans is one
D'Amico
that's
Ryan.
an upcoming one. I mean, you got so many options that you can go. A lot of people like the guy from the Lions, the offensive coordinator there. I'm always a Caldwell fan. He helped build Indy,
Mhm.
didn't get his fair shake there. I mean, there's a bevy of options that you can go with. It's all dependent upon what David Tepper wants as an owner. I mean, this
And
guy.
are you guys in tune? Are you guys in tune? Because I know last time you said Cat. Last time you said that like Tepper's a little off. He's a little off kilter. He's a little wild. He's a little this. He's a little that.
Nigga erratic. Yeah, he
Right,
is. He
right,
got his own way of doing stuff because we were under the impression that Matt Rule, we were calling for his job a year ago. So we were thinking that we
right,
were gonna go through this entire season again with Matt Rule possibly being here, no matter how many games he lost. And then when he came out and said it, and he came out and fired him, and I was like, oh shoot. And then on top of that, he put it in kind of context and said, like, we've been planning this for the longest. They just
right,
had to make sure everything it was the right timing. And I was like, okay, yeah.
right.
So Tepper is one of those guys, he's unpredictable because of the way he is. He's one
Mhm.
of those billionaires that kind of my way or the highway. When I want to do stuff, I do it now. So you don't know when he might spur something on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This
Yeah.
cat is like Arthur is a guy you probably can predict some of the stuff he would do. You
Right.
could predict when he would move on from a coach. You could predict when he would, find somebody possibly. But like I said, Tepper is a different cat because he went and got a coach that looked like him, smelled like him, tastes like him, and brought him
Right.
on in there because he was emotionally invested to this guy
Right.
and didn't even
Yeah.
see him coach at all.
Right. Right.
See, that's why I said I'm not gonna get wound up on David Tepper tonight because the nigga gets me upset.
How what is he a billionaire of? How did he make his money?
What
Microsoft.
was it, Bitcoins and different stuff like that?
Okay. So he's a Microsoft guy.
Well, supposedly, allegedly, he also was a minority owner in the Pittsburgh Steelers. He also had a seat there, so
Okay.
he was in the football game. It just he had like a 1% share, which really ain't shit.
Right. Okay. See, I like to hear background like this because then you understand. Okay, what's we go to barbecue.
Barbecue that ass,
I know that's right, bro.
That lady, hey, you on it? You on it?
That you want, man? Well, okay.
Chef Q over here. We gonna be cooking up some wolf.
Yes, sir. You cook it up some wolf. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. But it's interesting to hear stuff like that just because you want a football guy, right? You want a guy that loves the city first. You gotta want to love the city first. And then Obviously, the whole thing is to be successful, man. What's up with Kyle Pitts? Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's the Marcus Mariota thing. Like I said before, Marcus doesn't get everybody the ball. I said it. I don't. Cat, was you with me when I said it? I don't know if he's gonna have 25 touchdowns. Were you when I was talking at the beginning of the season? I know me and you and Who Center talk, and I said it. I don't think he's gonna have more than 25 touchdowns. And if you don't have more than 25 touchdowns, you're not really doing anything offensively. You're not doing nothing.
You got to take that with a grain of salt because y'all are also, like I said, y'all in a situation too. But with that being said, because you're looking at y'all numbers as a passing unit, I wouldn't expect that.
Right. I get you. Yeah, I get you. I get it.
That's a lot to be asking from Marcus Mariota and the crew, man.
Yeah, no, I get that. Be quarterbacking. But that's the thing too, is that where do you put $100 million around Marcus Mariota? Or do you put $100 million around Desmond Ritter?
You go with the young talent that got the room to grow. You see what Mariota can be. That bitch ain't winning games, man.
Right. So, I mean, like I said, look, the reason why I like Terry Fontenot is because he came from an organization that was winning. He came from the New Orleans Saints. Mickey Loomis, he came under Mickey Loomis. That's what you want. What you want is a football guy. You want a guy that's going to say, okay, listen, this is what we need to do. All right, cool. What is it? Well, we got to make the tough decision. All right, well, what are we doing? Hey, we're going to take a dead cap hit. This is what the dead cap hit is. After that, we're going to be straight. Okay, do it now. Take him out in the back and shoot. That's what they did to Matt. They didn't do it the right way. But then again, let me ask you this, right? Don't you guys think that Julio Jones knew he was hurt?
Of course.
I seen Julio Jones this year make one catch against the Dallas Cowboys and go on.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, we knew. I knew this though. You can go on the first joint when we seen him sign with the Bucks. Okay, that looks good on paper. It looks good. They look dangerous. Once they get down to it, they ain't gonna be able to stay open.
Be available. That's exactly what I said.
So look, if you have a report, right, and you say yourself, look, man, we're gonna take care of you. Okay, well, look, they took care of him. They gave him an extension on top of an extension, on top of restructure, gave him another extension. Okay, cool. You did that because of the owner got in his own way. And Dimitroff was a player's guy. He wasn't a coach guy. He was a player's guy. Then Matt gets what? I think the dead cap hit for Matt this year gonna be like what, 45 million? Ooh. You gotta make and okay, they so the coach sold them on a Jack and the Beanstalk, right? We got a great running game. We got a great offensive line. You're going to be good. Okay, great. Now you look at it, you say, ooh, wait a minute. There's something else here. Okay, Terry Fontenot made the call. Listen, we're going to court Deshaun Watson in order to get rid of him. That's what they did. They went to the club with a chick and looked at other chicks to get this other chick mad. That's what they did. You got to get rid of – you need guys like that's going to make the tough call. You guys want Baker? No, you guys don't want Baker.
Wolf, they got a good question for you.
No, I don't miss Ryan because the Matt Ryan era is over. It's over, dude. Right? So I love The Wire.
There you go, on 2020.
On 2020. What's up with you, boy? Look, I love The Wire, but the show is over. I love The Sopranos, but the show is over. I watch another show now. I don't. Matt Ryan's era was over. It was a good 14-year run. It's over. It's fine. You know, it's
You alive over there, Zo?
I don't know, Zoe. I don't know, Zoe. Somebody creeped in on Zoe. What's happening? You
Somebody
heard
nigga got
something, right?
snuffed just now.
Yo, you heard somebody, right? Yo, I said, oh, you heard a door or something, right? Like something squeak. Oh, I'm like, okay.
Damn, I think the nigga dead. Joe, you all right?
Yo, you good? Man, hit the back signal or something, bro. I ain't keep up on Zoe like that.
But anyway, look, man.
Hey, y'all heard me?
Tonight.
Yeah, nah, we just heard you now.
Bro, I was over here talking to y'all niggas on mute. No.
Oh, for real? Hey, so
My
he
talking about somebody creep through the back door.
I thought somebody done snuffed your ass over there. I heard.
Nah,
heard you sound like you fell.
Is it? Wait. The rebuilding time at ATL? Yeah, it's been rebuilding time at ATL. It's been rebuilding time at ATL.
Is it rebuilding time? I ain't gonna say that.
Is it rebuilding? It's rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? Look, we took a big cap hit. We're gonna have $100 million on the table next year. It's gonna be good. Look, AJ might get like what? AJ might get like 105 for 5 years. I think that's the only one they really got locked up. I think Kyle got another 1 or 2 years on his rookie. I think one of the offensive linemen, it could be either Hennessy. I think he might get like 10 or 15. But other than that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on with Ridley. I don't know if he's gonna come back. I mean, I would want him to come back at this point, but I don't think he's gonna come back. But we got $100 million. And like I told Kat before, you clear up some of that money, you get some veteran players in here, it changes the culture immediately. You just got to make sure you pick the right veterans to come. I didn't want Julio around Kyle Pitts. I didn't want, because look what he did to Calvin.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? Look what he did to Calvin. Now, if you guys are you guys been watching the Falcons right way before this YouTube stuff, Roddy ain't really do too much. Roddy didn't even show hands Roddy, bro. Roddy got high at the end of his career. Not at the beginning. He kept on dropping passes.
For a long time, though, Roddy was the only thing in Atlanta.
Right. You see what I'm saying? But it was the mentality how he took Julio under the wing, and then when Tony G got there, you could mentor him. You can't mentor somebody. Julio can't mentor nobody like Kyle because he in it for the bag. It's for the bag. He gonna try. So that's Calvin. Calvin wanted $100 million. Let me ask y'all: Did y'all see anything from Calvin really for him to get $100 million?
No, I think he's worth 80, but not 100. No, not 100.
I wouldn't get that nigga shit.
No, nigga's crazy.
Zoe, what did Christian Kirk get in Jacksonville?
He got 23.
Right.
I mean, we figured that as a big overpayer, man. It turns out he playing up to it. Granted, he's not playing up to 23, but it's not one of those situations where it's looking like, okay, we shouldn't have paid him none of this money at all. Like we overpaid him a lot because he's producing. So I'm gonna put it like this, Wolf. Okay, if Christian Kirk was able to get 23, now Christian Kirk never got over 1,000 yards ever. Never. The most Calvin really had was 26 yards away from 1,400. Like, shoot, if he can get that, Calvin really gonna be banking, bro. Like 20 million gonna be there.
But who was getting him the ball?
Matt Ryan. I mean, that's true.
Okay.
But to that point, Wolf, who was getting Christian Kirk the ball? Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. I got you.
And we know these past couple of years, Kyler Murray been better than Matt Ryan.
Okay. But it's like this, right? Why the hell would I give somebody like that 120? Like I know he got his contract is up in the 80s, 90s. That's what I know.
Yeah.
If he ain't prove it yet, Calvin ain't really proved nothing. He ain't really proved nothing. And the one good year he had was with Matt. Then he want to party. He want to party. He want to go out. He want to club. He want to do all this other. That's the thing too. You gotta understand. It's all about the character. You know, we ain't got no time to party. We ain't win nothing. What we partying for?
Yeah.
What we doing? It's like DJ Moore, like going. He hitting the clubs in the Carolinas, blah blah, and we over here 2-14 or something like that. Like, what are we doing? Like, what type of example is that going to set for the younger players coming in? Those 5 draft picks that you guys got, those 8 draft picks that you guys got. It's also leadership in the locker room that is needed as well, not only from the coaches but from the players.
Yeah.
I want Grady Jarrett was pissed off when the reporter asked him about the Cincinnati game. He was pissed. He was pissed off about the Buck. That's what I want. I don't want, you know what I'm saying, for him to, yo, listen, we're gonna pop a bottle. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. Why? I want them to be pissed off. I'm pretty sure that some of those guys on that defensive side of the ball in Carolina, they want their offense to have an emphasis and have that chemistry on that side of the room, that side of the leadership, that side of the ball. And guess what? They need that. If I'm lying, let me know, because you know there's certain players that deserve big contracts. There's certain players that don't deserve big contracts. Vic Beasley did not deserve a big contract. Desmond Trufant did not deserve a big contract. Freeman did not deserve a big contract. They had 1 year.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
They had 1 year. And Thomas Dimitroff is a players GM. He's for the players. He's gonna want to sit down and he's gonna want to watch a movie with you and play popcorn. I don't want that type of GM. I want you to make sure that you see what our assets are and what our liabilities are, because that's business. Cat know that. You know that too. So it's what is our assets and what is our liabilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the numbers. What are we spending on? What's our revenue coming in? And guess what? Carolina Panther fans, Falcon fans, anybody that's in the chat, if you were a fan of anything, spend the dollars on your team. Spend the revenue that expect on your team. Stop buying shit from China. Stop buying bootleg. If you can't afford it, just buy whatever you could, but support your team. But if you can only buy a hat every year, but support your team. Because from the expenses and the revenue that they come in, that's how they make their money. That's how they're able to sign players. Do you want to know why Deshaun Watson is in the Cleveland Browns? Because they want to win games. They want to put PSLs in the seats for the next 10 years because the Cleveland Browns haven't been successful. That's why they guaranteed that man all that money. It's a business decision for the team, for the ticket holders. It's the revenue that's coming in. I'm sorry to go all, financial, but that's the bottom line, is that some of us fans, and it's not Cat, not Zoe, but some of the people that we sit down and we talk to, they do not spend the money on their team, on the dollars. And I don't want a guy that's going to spend the money for my team on a bunch of BS people that have only had 1 good year.
That's fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 good year, and you're giving these guys multi-million dollars that no, we don't need that. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I would like to hear you guys' opinion, but I don't think that just because you have 1 good season in the NFL, you deserve all this big money.
I put it like this. I think I'm in the middle of that. So
Mhm.
I'm not for being so cheap either. Like you gotta not you gotta be able to pay your guys. But I'm not in the business of paying everybody all that much money either. Because we see a lot of instances where people just go tossing this money around. And then when you
Right.
look, like for a team like Jacksonville, okay, Jacksonville this offseason gave out the most guaranteed money of a team ever. They're still 2-5. Like the thing about I'm not with just tossing the money left and right, left and right, left and right. I'm with okay, if you think this player is good enough, and like you said, he didn't have a 1-year wonder. If he's a great player, you
Mhm.
pay him his value. But if like you just don't keep just tossing around money. Like it has to be a balance to things and have it in moderation. So that's how I'm with it.
Okay. I respect that. But let me ask you this. How many tackles Foyer got this year?
Any up there in the league?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any like top 5, top 7?
I, I don't know, but he got all those tackles, for us because he was overworked.
Yeah.
He was overworked, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Foyer was overworked. He got his money. He dipped out of there. I don't blame him. I don't blame Cordell for getting 2 years, $10 million. I don't blame him for that.
Yeah, he number 4 in the league.
Right.
Sadly.
But when you got a guy that wants $100 million and you ain't even have 1,000-yard season, I gotta question that. I have
Yeah.
to question that, man. That'll be like, listen, if I come to Black Cat, I say, Black, man, listen, man. Look, man, I could do Baker. And Black look at me and says, what? Baker, yeah, but listen, this is what Baker want. He want 4 years guaranteed, 70 mil. I'm not even in 100 million. Black gonna look at me and say, you know what? You crazy as hell. And you drinking the Skip Bayless juice on those 11 games from 3 years ago that Skip Bayless always brings up. He don't deserve 70 million, $100 million. He don't deserve it right now. He just does it because his play hasn't been there. You can't say, Zoe, sometimes you can't say, yo, well, listen, the player's been put in a bad situation. Okay, if he's a rookie, I get it. 2 year, okay. Baker's been in the league now for 5 years, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, come on. If he don't got it, he just don't got it, bro. Just keep it real, man. Let's just keep it real. If he ain't
That's
got
true.
it,
We were wrong on that.
right.
I'll own up to that. I was totally wrong on Baker, bro. Can't put that up, man.
If he's what he is, then fine. But it's the ego that it's not going to let him sit. He's probably a serviceable backup. He probably is a serviceable backup, which is fine. But he's not that guy, dude. He's not that guy.
Yeah.
He's not. And now you're going to invest
Trash.
another $70 million when, by the way, you could probably invest that in an offensive lineman that's going to watch your back, dig in the trenches, a cornerback that's serviceable, a couple of running backs. For that price, you can get a couple of running backs. I mean, you could get a lot of stuff. I just don't want a guy that's gonna come and spend the money like it's nothing. Like I can't have that.
Well, if you said Baker was 70, I wouldn't even get Baker 1 year, 10 million.
Right.
I get Baker 1 year, 2 million.
Right.
And
like
by
you
the
said,
way,
he's a backup.
right. And by the way, how much did you guys give up for Sam?
2,
Second and a fifth.
2 and a 4. Give up 2 and a 4.
Is he worth that? I'm just asking.
Nah,
is he worth that?
Yeah, nowhere near that, man. He not even worth a. Well, he wasn't last year. He wasn't even worth a 6. And
Right.
can't look. The thing about that, Wolf, we thought we couldn't get no worse than that. That's the thing about it. I mean, you've getting to a point when you're in your quarterback room where the guy we deemed the worst since Jimmy Clausen, you're asking back for him the next year.
Right.
You're waiting before this game, before PJ Walker plays this good game. Speculation was, where's Donald at? I want to see Donald behind this line. That's where's Donald? And I'm like, dang, man, we've gotten to this point. So when you see fans you can't be mad at him because when fans be like, okay, I want a quarterback, bro, look at what we're going through right now. Look at what we've been through. We haven't had consistent quarterback play since the middle of 2018 season when we were 6-2. That's the last time we had consistent quarterback play. And I don't blame people because I'm on the side of this fence, but I mean, like I said, I'm taking the game by game, but I want a quarterback as well. Like, we want to be competitive for year in and year out. Like you said, with Tampa Bay. Once Brady leaves, this division is open. To me, this division is open right now.
It is.
Open. It is. And could I say this? Ryan Fitzpatrick and Doug Flutie have been more serviceable than Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. I'm going back to Doug Flutie. Because I'm not talking about a superstar quarterback. I'm talking about a regular guy. Regular quarterbacks. Jeff Hostetler had an amazing run for the Giants as a backup. Jeff Garcia, amazing. Career. I'm look at Black. Look at Blackface now. I'm just because I'm a football fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Baker is that guy, you could figure it out quick. Quick. If you're that dude, if you're that guy, you say, listen, I'm that guy, the Panthers would be at least 500.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Giants game, right? The Giants game.
Baker Mayfield, yeah.
Okay. Black, I'm just stay with me, Black. Stay with me. Stay with me.
I'm stressed out all over again.
I'm
It's
just
a nightmare.
I'm just saying, right? Because I watch rivals. I have to watch some of the rivals games, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Giants game, the Browns game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta win those.
Yeah, the Giants game I give him. The Browns game I can't. I can't.
The Browns game.
The Browns game was the only one he did. He did bring us back that game.
Okay.
He played good that game. I give him that. Well, second half. Played great the second half.
So where you guys at right now, Black? 2-5?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me get those two games. Where we at?
Come on with you?
No. If you guys would have won the Giants game and the Browns game, instead of those being L's, they're W.
4-3.
4-3.
We'll be 4-3 right now, top of the division.
Right. Top of the division. At that point, would you think that they would have traded McCaffrey?
No, he would still have been here. You're talking an entirely different season now, like a whole different scenario. But Matt Rule, we all saw this coming, man. I told y'all niggas at the beginning of the season, he was Stacey Adams Sharp. He was Armani suit. He was look. This nigga was casket sharp from the beginning of the season, man. I told you that.
Right. Now
I told y'all niggas this shit, man.
Right. Now here's the catfish. If he would have gave y'all, let's say, 9 games, W's, you don't think he would have asked for a big contract?
Oh, he already got one. We gave him a 7-year, 70.
I'm talking about Baker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about Baker. He would have gave you 9 games. You don't think he would have wanted a big contract? That's why I'm saying this. When you say, yo, what's one Carolina Panther? I want to see PJ sign. If you telling me, yo, listen, yo, that's your but you still want to, I say, yo, let PJ shine, bro. That's an XFL player that's popping right now. Like, yo, let him shine, bro.
Yeah, I'll put it like this.
Let him shine.
If PJ plays serviceable,
look at Black. See, look how Black.
if PJ plays serviceable, I wouldn't mind having him back as a backup quarterback. I wouldn't mind
PJ, man.
I mean, not as a starter, but backup quarterback for sure.
Quarterback.
I'm not, but Black. I'm saying, who you want to shine, bro? You want Baker, or you want somebody who don't even got a shot? You boy just came for the CFL, XFL, whatever. He just beat the GOAT. He just beat the GOAT. You don't.
Don't make me bury PJ.
Q
Please don't
ain't
make
the
me bury.
PJ Walker, right?
Don't make me
Keep
bury
calling him out,
PJ.
man. PJ Walker played awesome, yo.
Don't
PJ
make me
Walker
put
was
that bitch in
balling
the
out.
ground. Don't make me get another pair of Stacey Adams in a suit to put his ass in too. Don't make me do
Q, can't act like the man ain't 3-1, Q.
it. Excuse me?
The man is 3-1.
Come on, man. Come on, Black. You got to come on. You got to give it up when it's time to give it up, Black. Come on.
He gonna tell.
You gotta know when to hold on.
I feel you. No win. Yeah, I listen.
Now, Wolf.
But Black, you telling me 6 games. You think PJ can't give you another 4 games?
Nah, I ain't saying that.
Ask you a question.
I ain't saying that.
PJ garbage. I got you.
I ain't said it.
Yeah, nah, PJ, he's a backup. That's what he is. A backup
Okay.
is to service you before you start.
So Baker, when Baker come back?
He already back. PJ's a starter.
That nigga ain't no damn
Yeah,
better.
Baker's already every quarterback is back right now besides Matt Corral. They fully healthy. They just ain't
Every one of
playing.
these boys got a handicap, man. You got to pick a struggle.
Wolf, it's just one of those situations you just got to sit through. You just in a situation, bro. We get yeah. Our quarterback room is bad. Yeah,
I get it, right? But look, you guys are not okay. So who you taking? You taking Baker, Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton. Taking on dirt, Baker.
Look at Black.
Baker's man, Baker horrible, bro.
Black, I don't care. You better answer the question. You taking Andy Dalton or Baker? Which one?
Neither.
Okay.
I go with that. I play quarterback my damn self before I put them bitches out there.
You taking Garoppolo or Baker?
Jimmy G all day.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't even nothing to think about.
Okay, you taking Garoppolo, Mac Jones?
Garoppolo.
All day, he proven.
Okay. So Garoppolo right now. Garoppolo's the dude.
Yeah, Garoppolo nice. I don't know why Garoppolo get the
Listen, I'm just asking the question.
No.
So don't be surprised if Garoppolo ends up there next year.
No, sir. No, sir.
We
no,
starting
sir.
off the season with this nigga. Now
No, sir.
Hypothetical question.
No, sir. Look, and I'll say this:
no.
we had the chance to get Jimmy G. So if we would have pulled the trigger, we would have pulled it.
Nah,
Jimmy G, Wolf, you can bank it. We're going to draft a quarterback, bro. No matter where we at, we going to draft a quarterback. Yeah. I can promise you that.
But you guys want CJ more than anybody in that draft, though.
Well,
CJ 11, 50-50 with those. CJ 11. I mean, Bryce nice too.
Okay.
But let's be realistic. Bryce will probably be gone.
So I wouldn't be wrong with any of those picks. Bryce, Stroud 11.
Okay. I mean, all I'm saying is that. All I'm saying is if PJ, but now here's the thing now. If PJ or Baker get you a couple more games, the draft to get a quarterback, what do you got to be? Top 3 or top 4?
Look like in this draft, top 5, you got to be in the top 5 to get it.
Okay. So you comfortable with the 5th best quarterback in the draft?
Well, no, what I'm saying is not everybody in the top 5 going to be taking quarterback. You got Will Anderson that's going to go.
Detroit taking the quarterback.
Detroit? Okay.
I give you that. Houston I don't know about Houston. I don't know. Davis Mills there. I don't know.
Like Davis Mills, man. So they might go defensive and get Will Anderson. That'd be the best thing for them.
They got a young quarterback, and he's not playing that bad.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. No. Pittsburgh not going quarterback. They just drafted one. You think Pittsburgh going quarterback 2 times in a row?
You think Pickett's the guy? I'm just asking. You think Pickett's the guy?
One year, man. You got. That's what I'm saying. You got to build around him.
Little ass hands Pickett.
You got Philly too. Can't forget. Philly gonna have a top 5. The New Orleans Saints.
Oh, right.
Philly's not going quarterback.
No,
so
Philly.
They're not going.
One of those 3 gonna fall to us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Tua might be safe.
Bro, y'all want to know what's crazy? For us, for Carolina, these are some implications on this game. If we lose this game, we can have the number 1 overall pick potentially. If we win this game, we could be the number 4 seed.
That's crazy.
in the NFC. That's how crazy this conference is this
That's
year.
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, if you guys get one of those top guys, it's off to the races. I'm just gonna be real. I don't care what anybody says. It's off to the races. You guys at that point, I would want to see what Desmond Ridder is gonna do. I would want to see it, and I would want to see it like right away. I wouldn't even want to see it like I would want to see it like right away. It would be like now, but I'm not sure if that's what his plan is, because then again, I don't know man, you guys have so much draft capital. It's not even like you guys, man, shout out to your GM for making that move, man.
Sure, we ain't done. Wait till we draft Shaq, and if we lose this game, we probably could go and trade Shaq and Dante. If we lose this game, if we win this game, then they gonna stay.
Really?
Some money. Yeah.
How much he making right now?
11.5 for Dante Jackson to get burnt every week at a cornerback. Then you got Shaq Thompson getting what was it, $16 million?
$16 million, bro.
And he can't produce a 10 tackle game, a 8 tackle game, a 6 tackle game. He hasn't produced any one of those yet.
Yeah.
This is what the overpaying does.
Well, Wolf, check this out. We done restructured the nigga already because he was at 18 million.
Wow.
Bad contract.
Yeah.
But they were betting on his upside that he was going to come out and have a breakout season, and he never did it. 9 years, in his 9th year, he has not had a breakout season. He sat behind Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly, and ain't shit rub off from them.
Right. You see that disappointment right there, Zoe? That's that disappointment of a bad contract, and that's a disappointment of a player can't recover from for how many years now, Black?
I've been waiting for this nigga for 9 years.
9 years. That's a decade, bro.
9 fucking years.
Hey, boy, Shaq, they been here a long time, man. Hey.
We got this nigga in from Washington, and he been here for 9 fucking years.
They really thought this nigga was Thomas Davis. He was converted safety.
Oh
hey,
yeah,
quick news.
He's the same mold as Thomas Davis.
Hey, quick news about the importance on this game. The Ravens up right now, 17-10, going into the 4th. If the Ravens can pull that off, we got us a huge game, man.
Yeah, it's a big game, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, yo, I want to see what's going. But then again, too, is the development as the season goes on. I don't know. I hope Arthur Smith opens up the playbook a little bit more. Because I've been doing $5 bets, right? I lost every single one so far. $5 bets. Marcus Mariota total yardage.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. You're losing the $5 bet, huh?
Listen, you guys give me my biggest push last week. Falcons been doing me dirty, but I've been betting $5 for the over of 200 yards just for passing. Justin Fields and Marcus Mariota. The payout is crazy. If everybody in the chat, you can pick $5. Justin Fields goes over 200 yards. Marcus Mariota goes over 200 yards. That $5 is going to turn into like 150. Neither of these guys have thrown over 200 yards yet.
Wow.
Yet. So that's what I want. I want to see him get the ball down the field. I want to see him get the ball down the field. This is an important game. I think that this is going to be one of those games where it's like, okay, I think it's going to come down to a mistake. That's why I said, the score that I said, 27-24, because I think it's going to come down to a mistake. And Marcus makes mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Marcus makes mistakes. And if Baker's going, I would rather prepare for PJ.
No.
Rather prepare for PJ. But you guys said Baker's back, so
He's the backup. Baker's the backup now.
But now let me ask you this: if they're playing for Wilkes, and Wilkes is a different type of guy, you don't think that Baker's was gonna be on fire? Like, I'm just asking. Like, I'm going by what you guys tell me. You guys tell me that I said it too. I said, hey, look, they look confident, look like they're playing for the guy. You don't think Baker is gonna say, hey, listen, coach, let me.
I'm gonna tell you why, Wolf.
No. Okay.
Baker, no, Baker's just not it, bro.
He ain't shit either.
It has to be a point where you just cut ties with a guy, man. Like even today, when at his press conference, they asked him about being traded.
Right.
Like just things like Baker, man. Baker's just not it, bro. Like even a mistake like this. Well, the deal breaker for Matt Rule and Baker was the San Fran game. He threw a pick in a clean pocket and double clutched a pick with a clean pocket. Mm-hmm. All 5 linemen went in their battles, and he threw a clean pick right over Christian McCaffrey head. It was a pick 6. It changed the entire game.
So why not give Sam a go?
Well, I mean that's what we saying. But some people,
Black, why you looking at me like that? Why you looking at me like that?
Because I'm just asking the question. It stinks at the end of the day.
Yeah, man.
Trash. God damn it! Now we got 3 quarterbacks in a situation. We got 1 quarterback. We almost got killed. God damn it! This man sitting on the couch with his foot up with a list frank.
So
and you mean to tell me you believe in Baker? Baker couldn't for 5 games. This bitch couldn't pass the ball past the line of scrimmage. And you telling me this the nigga that this bitch had 12 back downs in 1 game?
I know.
Sam Donald scrum looking ass.
I'm trolling you, Black. I'm trolling you, Black. Come on, man. Yo, Zoe, I had to stop him because if not, he would have went on. He would have went on.
Over here.
I know. Listen, you know what? I'm just saying because I'm like, look, who do you prepare for? See, this is a difficult situation because who are you preparing for?
PJ, you prepare for?
Yeah, it got to be PJ.
That's all we got. Fuck everybody else. That's all we got.
So,
yeah.
If PJ throws 300, it's
no, PJ ain't doing that.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of hope you got over there, but
yeah,
goddamn it.
PJ ain't throwing. I don't even think we got the weapons for 300, bro.
It's us. You remember? It's us. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's us, bro. Come on. It's us. It's not like we don't have bad things happen. Like it's us. Like
if PJ throw for 300 yards, I'll go outside and goddamn it.
Don't do it, bro. Don't even say it, bro.
What I gotta say around here? What I got? I gotta show a little leg or something on the street or something. God damn it, it ain't gonna happen.
Wait a minute. What he threw for last week? What he threw for?
178.
178.
178, Marcus.
And that was his best.
That was his best?
That's Sunday's best from this nigga, man. He was dressed up with a bow tie. 178.
Okay, so you said the running game got to get going. If he throw,
this nigga needs the running game.
Right, he needs the running game. Okay.
So if there is no running game on Sunday, god damn it, you can go ahead and bet your day. Yeah, well, let's go.
Okay. So wait a minute, but the guy that you guys drafted that got hurt, what's going on with him? What's his expectation?
Oh, he out for the year.
Matt Rule almost got the nigga killed. He put him out there with 4 stringers, and the boy got a list, Frank. In other news, other rookies are looking better. They're upright because their coach didn't put them out there with a bunch of cats that were going to get cut. So, welcome to mismanagement on the next episode of Maury.
So
mismanagement.
But does he get a shot or no? He gets no shot.
That nigga dead, man.
I'm talking about next year.
But Wolf, if you bring in a new coach, it's gonna be hard to give him a shot. I mean, I think he's gonna have a chance to compete. But I mean, you know how it is when a new coach come in, he's gonna want to draft his own guy.
Okay, but does he have a chance to compete for
Oh
the
yeah,
job? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he get a shot. Well, that ain't saying shit though, but he get a
Well, he
shot.
got drafted. Did he get drafted before Desmond?
Nah, he was the last of all of them. Well,
Okay.
outside of Howe, he was
So
the last of him picking and
Kimmy
Willis.
Small Hands Pickett went, then he went, and then
Okay.
the rest of them fell in. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When it comes to quarterback, we go in, we get our coach. Our coach comes in. He's gonna draft somebody high in the draft. If Matt Corral beats a high draft pick, that's a problem. That's a huge
Mm.
problem because you just went out and you
Oh,
spent a top 10 or a top 5 pick on a guy, and he gets beat out by somebody that's on your roster. Somebody ass getting fired, Wolf.
Yeah.
That's going to get a new coach fired already because if you see that, that's going to be a problem already, and it's going to cause. I don't even want to think of the drama it's going to cause, man. So look, you got to make sure you evaluate Matt Corral, see where he at, because as I'm looking at him and I'm seeing his skill set, he's a backup quarterback to me. He could be a possible starter behind a very good offensive line, and he has to have a lot of weapons to flourish.
Mm.
I mean, but you're gonna have to surround this nigga with 2 number ones, a tight end, a dynamic running back, an offensive line. You have to give this nigga everything possible for him to really succeed. And I just don't see us doing that for him.
Okay. But then it's all predicated on what the GM does as far as a coach hire. Then it starts from there.
See, this is why I don't like getting into it because niggas get in their feelings about Matt Corral, boy. Lord have mercy. Yeah, they get in their feelings about Matt Corral. PJ and Matt, oh man, them boys will cut you over them.
I didn't listen. I was giving them props. You know what I'm saying? The enemy was giving them props.
But I ain't gonna let you do it. God damn it! Tell the truth about these niggas, man.
Okay, so if you want me to tell the truth, if you want me to tell you the truth, I would probably try to give Matt a shot next year because there's no loss there. And if you're gonna bring in another rookie quarterback, then you have to have at least a veteran presence. It's not gonna be Sam and it's not gonna be Baker.
But you don't think that's not gonna be fixed already? Because think about it. If you draft a guy number 3 overall or number 4 overall, he beat out Matt Corral, your ass out the door.
Yeah, okay.
As a coach.
Okay.
So that means you just fucked up this draft, is what that means.
Okay, so but what I'm saying is, okay, so but if let's say for some strange reason the draft doesn't go your way. First pick. Forget about just the first pick doesn't go your way, then what?
Oh, what you mean?
If we don't get a quarterback in this draft.
So let's say you guys don't get none of the quarterbacks that you guys want. Let's just say that. Let's start there. If you guys don't get none of the quarterbacks you guys want, then what?
I think
we in some shit.
I'm asking a question, right? So if you guys don't get what you guys want, because it's a possibility it might not happen.
Well,
it's a possibility.
Like
listen. Hold up, Black. It's a possibility that let's say he gets you 6 games, that puts you out of the first 3-4 picks. Let's just say. Because he's playing for a job too. We said that in the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
We said that in the beginning. Let's establish that. So if he gave you 6 games, it pushes you out of the top picks. And if you don't get the quarterbacks that you guys want, then what?
Hey, Wolf, you want to know what we do?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to hit it as closely as you can, Wolf.
Yes, I'm here.
You go at the Lamar Jackson, my guy.
You see how hot it became, Black? You see how hot it became now? Did you see?
Yes, sir.
Did you see how hot it became now? Did you hear Zoe? Did you hear him?
Let me turn up my microphone.
Adjust it.
Goddamn Lamar Jackson.
There you go.
Adjust
Jackson, I don't want that motherfucker.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
You know what, Zoe? You did that shit on purpose because you knew that was gonna piss me off. You knew that was gonna piss me off, damn it. Fucking Juke Jackson. I don't want that motherfucker over here dancing
Man,
his black ass
Lamar,
across
my
this
guy,
field.
man. People go put some respect on his name, man.
If that happens, which is a possibility that might happen, right? What is the alternate?
Why you doing this to me, Whoop? Why you doing this?
Because there has to be an alternate universe to what we want, right? It's the opposite, right? So if you guys don't get it, then what? If Lamar is you're giving Lamar $300 million.
Dude, damn, man. You get a refund back for that.
$300 million to watch dancing at the fucking
No,
with his black ass.
bro. See, it's that.
Listen,
He back
so
on that.
black. Look, so the going rate for is Lamar top 5?
Top
No,
10.
no,
Okay,
he's
top
not
10.
Top 5.
Okay, top 10.
Could be top 10.
Okay, your top 10 quarterback right now is costing you $230 million guaranteed.
Facts.
That's top 10. So
And he's not an MVP.
and he's not MVP. You tell me. I'm just asking a question, Black. You tell me the top 10 guy, top 10, because you could put him in any top 10. He just got 230 guaranteed. The other guy from Denver got 235. You tell me.
Hey, Wolf,
And
you know what you're speaking right now, Wolf?
Mm-hmm.
You speaking what they call hard facts.
Yes.
That's what it's called. You
It's
don't
a-
want to hear this, man.
Apple fact. So you tell me. Because this is what if Zoe said Lamar, and he didn't hesitate when he said Lamar. He said
Oh,
Lamar.
no,
You're
sir.
giving Lamar
Oh, no,
$200
sir.
million.
don't want no goddamn Lamar. Who the fuck want Lamar? Oh,
They
Lord.
said he's Vic 2.0.
I don't give a damn if he 3.0.
He better than Vic, if you ask me. I mean, let's see. People ain't ready for that conversation, bro.
Right. So
my chest.
it's 300. It's 300.
It get
So-
hot to y'all?
If you prepared to give him 300, that's the more serious question. Is Tepper, you said he's unstable a little bit. You bring the fans back, the fan base, Lamar, Lamborghini L, he's there, Lamborghini, Carolina colors, pulls up to the stadium. Are you giving him 300 million?
Nah, I ain't
I
300.
wouldn't get a
Dang.
nigga 100 million. I
Oh,
damn sure ain't giving him
cute.
300.
This nigga just say we would. What?
Wouldn't give his black
I
ass.
know this nigga ain't just say that, bro. Hey, Q, quick question. Would you give CJ Stroud 100 million?
Of course I would. I said, of course I would.
What?
He's that better?
This nigga.
The nigga's gonna be better.
Good night, fellas. Good night.
Fucking
Said he's giving him. Oh, no.
right. I get a bitch that twice if I have to. I just don't believe in Lamar because when the biggest games come, he crumbled with his juking ass. He's a selfish ass player
Hey,
that don't
Wolf.
give a fuck about his team. All
I
he
just,
give about is his
this
damn
all I
self.
gotta ask, bro.
Receivers get worse under him. Look at DJ Moore already. The nigga already
This all I gotta ask.
Come
Okay.
on, man.
Can you name to me Lamar Jackson's best receiver? And then can you name to me any of these top quarterbacks' third best receiver? Just any. You could pick your own. Whether it's Burrow,
So,
Herbert,
stop
any of
this
them.
shit,
Brady,
bro.
all of them.
I'm not naming nobody damn third best receiver because it don't make no damn sense.
Joe Burrow, third best receiver, is probably 2 times better than the Ravens' best receiver.
Yeah.
They got 3 number ones, nigga. What you mean?
Not give them so cute. What?
But yeah, I ain't gonna go there, bro.
Chase, all them boys are number ones. Stop it.
I tell you this, his skill set with a not a Mark Andrews tight end, but another type of prototype tight end, he could be very dangerous. I don't know if he's going to sling the ball out to a wide receiver, but oh boy, to give him $300 million, that's what the going rate is going to be.
Yeah, I'm not giving him that. I mean, me personally, if Deshaun is 230, I'll give him 235.
Think about it. Patrick is on a discount. They gave him 10 years, $500 million.
Yeah,
right. And mind you, they spreading that out. He gonna probably be able to negotiate that. He's probably gonna be the first $1 billion quarterback. I'm gonna keep it G. If he get that number, which is probably gonna be $700-800 million over the 10 years, Lamar's gonna get 300 from somebody.
Yeah,
Lamar's getting 300 now. If Carolina, and again, you guys know more than I do about your finances. I don't know about the finances, the Carolina Panthers' finances.
A little tight.
Okay. So if you move certain pieces off the board, Lamar becomes available.
No.
Not only are they going to be in the running, because Black, the teams that you said right now, too, they're going to go for a quarterback, too. The Texans, Detroit, they might go after Lamar, too. And it's just not you guys. But if it doesn't fall in your direction, the draft is what I'm saying, right? Because it's all hypothetical. I want to see Wolverine and Deadpool, too, but it's hypothetical at this point, right? If it doesn't go your way, what is the other plan? Well, a quarterback.
The plan is not giving Lamar Jackson 300 fucking million. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, 300 to reach, bro. I want Lamar, but dang, 300,
okay.
Bro. Nah, I ain't getting
so that. Would you match Deshaun Watson's contract?
Yeah. I would match. I would match 230.
235.
I would match that. I mean, because that seems to be a starting point.
Well, you're off about 3 years. You're off about that's 3 years, Black.
I didn't tell you I don't want the motherfucker at all. So you better be glad you got 235 about me.
I'm just giving you an alternate ending, Black, right? If you guys don't get you want CJ Struthers. I'm universe, CJ. But if CJ doesn't come,
Levis, they keep going.
Levis,
you draft a goddamn quarterback out of this draft.
But if you get 6 wins, Black, but if you get 6 wins, it's probably not going to happen.
Well, you trade up. That's what you do. You use all these picks and you put together something and you trade.
What Shinobi say? Oh, that's cool, but wait. Yeah, no. Lamar, my first result. Now he was saying if we don't have a chance to get those top quarterbacks,
right,
then who would you want to go and get? So that was my other result.
No. I'm not fucking with it.
Look, I get it, right? Listen, I get it. The black man rule. It's not about being an idiot. It's all about. all about.
Nigga black, you tripping.
Yeah, nah, don't worry about it. It's all good. Look, it's not about being an idiot. It's about if the draft doesn't go your way, there's gonna be a team out there that's gonna give. It's not only you guys. It's not only the Carolina Panthers. It's Detroit, the Texans. Carolina's in the mix. I'm sorry to tell you, Carolina is in the mix for a Lamar Jackson contract. I said if the draft didn't go your way, the first pick, if the first pick you guys got to go defense or wide receiver or something like that, would you guys offer Lamar a $300 million deal? Because that's what he wants. It's not like he doesn't want 300. He wants 300.
I'll tell you like this. If you can't get one of those quarterbacks in this draft and you can't get somebody decent out of free agency, then you wait. You go with Corral, you go forward with him, and you live and die by what this nigga got to offer you.
Right. But the problem is I didn't say that Lamar should get paid $300 million. I said that's the going rate. The going rate.
That'll be the going rate. I'm just not paying that nigga that.
No, I get it. No, Black. I know you ain't saying, But what I'm saying is that the Deshaun Watson isn't the number one rated quarterback in the league, right? He's not the number one. He just got $235 million. Zoe said he's top 10. If Deshaun's top 10 and he got 235, then Lamar, who is an MVP, a former MVP, is going to want more than 235.
Well,
Because,
this is the hard reality
right.
for him is he got to understand. I think his eclipse is at 240, 245, maybe 250 at the most.
Yeah.
That's as far as he gonna go. And like I said, it's been a 2-year deal since your boy got that. But that Lamar, you got to show us more than getting bounced out of the playoffs every year. It's now on you. They're not gonna pay this nigga like upper echelon because he's not providing you upper echelon on the field.
Right.
He's an MVP from the regular season, but we all know that season he had was just one special season.
Stop.
He hasn't even came close to that again.
Q, hey Q, quick
The
question.
nigga hasn't came close to
Q,
it again.
Q, would you pay Justin Herbert $300 million?
Right.
Fuck yeah, because Justin Herbert throwing for 5,000 yards. What the fuck you talking about?
Oh my God, watch this.
There's
Wolf.
a difference in these two niggas, man. Stop.
Wolf, has Justin Herbert ever made it to the playoffs?
No, not yet.
Here we go with this shit here. Look at the team.
Didn't this nigga just? Oh my! Now he talking about team. This nigga played with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. What and Austin Eckler? What are you talking about? What is this nigga talking about?
Yeah, well,
no. Right. Okay.
He just slammed Lamar for Lamar regular season.
Listen,
Justin Herbert. Oh, he threw 5. No, yeah.
How much you think Josh gonna get?
Crazy, bro.
How much you think Josh crazy? Black. How much you think Josh gonna get?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Black Man Rule. Okay.
No. But you know what I'm saying? How much you think? Send them the link. If Black Rule want to come up, send them the link. Listen, how much you think? How much you think Josh gonna? How much you think Josh gonna get? How much you think he gonna want?
He ain't getting no damn 300. I know that.
Okay, but so he's lost in the playoffs.
Thank you.
A couple of times already. But now this year, the Super Bowl is going to go through Buffalo because they hyping him up to beat Kansas City and all this other stuff. How much you think they're gonna? Do you think that Josh is not going to come close to 300 million? You're bugging.
They may give him the Patrick Mahomes deal, but it's going to be a long deal.
Okay.
Listen. You think out of the 4 playoff games Lamar Jackson has won to, he is 1-3 in the postseason. He's averaging 2 turnovers every playoff game he plays, and he doesn't even average a touchdown.
Okay.
And you think this dude is worth 300 million?
I didn't say that though. If you rewind the stream, I didn't say that he was worth that. See, you gotta listen. You gotta listen though. You gotta listen. What I said was the top 10 quarterbacks in this league right now, Deshaun just set the bar at 235. Deshaun isn't an MVP, and he's been out of the league for damn near 2 years. He just set the record at 235. Lamar wants more. Wait, hold on. Lamar wants more guaranteed money. So now they gave him, I think it was a 5-year deal. They gave Deshaun a 5-year deal. Blacks, he'll match 245 at 5 years. To get $300 million, you're only off by 3 years, right? That's 8 years. Patrick got 500 for 10. You got to do math.
My brother.
Wait a minute. You got to do the business side of it.
I understand, but do you know the history of the primarily running quarterback?
Of course, yes. I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. I know it. Yeah.
So you know that they don't last at all.
I get, but my brother.
So I don't think like me personally, I don't think there's a GM stupid enough to give this man $300 million.
Here's where you're wrong. The Cleveland wasn't so far of a fixing the franchise is getting the fans back to the stadium to win. Now, Deshaun could be whatever he is, right? He could be a rapist, a sexual misdeviant, whatever.
Whoa. Hey, Q, you gotta cut that part out. They can't say the R word.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I'm sorry. Allegedly. Come on now, 23.
Go ahead, I like it. Go ahead. He like to take it.
But it's to bring the fans in the season tickets and the revenue, because it's revenue to expenses. They have to bring the revenue in. That's why they signed him.
Who's coming to see Lamar Jackson?
The Browns fans.
But he proved that he's not a winner.
Wait a minute, you talk about Lamar? I'm sorry.
I'm talking about Lamar.
Okay, so if Carolina brings Lamar, let's say Carolina does bring Lamar, you don't think the fans are going to go out to see Lamar?
I wouldn't even be a fan anymore if we bring in Lamar.
Okay, I don't know.
Y'all niggas are
If he guys takes you to the playoffs, you're going to tune in, buddy.
He'll take us to the playoffs and then he'll lose, because that's what he does. He takes you to the playoffs and he shits the bed.
Okay, but remember, the AFC
He's
is
like the Russell Westbrook of the NFL. He averages more turnovers than points.
Bro, what the heck is this
playoff.
nigga talking about, bro?
He averages more turnovers than points in the playoffs.
You can just compare every.
He is completely terrible when it comes to real
I
competition.
ain't never heard that before.
And it's bad that people think that this dude is a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the
Lamar
league.
not a top 10 quarterback.
I think he's a top 10 quarterback. I'm gonna keep
as of right now, like at this point in the season. I guess you have to say he's a top 10 quarterback.
How?
Nobody can name 10 quarterbacks better than him.
Because that's what they're gonna say that, and then it don't matter what you say. You can put 10 people in front of them; they're just gonna disagree. It don't matter who you put.
No, I mean, I'm gonna be reasonable.
But all they're gonna say is they're gonna talk about he's top 4 in passing touchdowns. But what they're not gonna mention is how he's 25 in QBR, 25 passing yards, 25. He's ranked 25 in the completion percentage right now. But y'all are hyping it up because he's getting these little 5-yard touchdown passes. Like, bro, this dude he is mid. He's a mid quarterback. he is not good at all. Like, I wouldn't even give the dude $80 million.
Yeah, but that's
can't name 10 quarterbacks better than him.
Name 10.
Aaron Rodgers.
He better than him. That's one.
TB12.
You talking about right now?
Yeah,
nigga, it's crazy.
Well, you know.
Overall, yeah, like right
Nigga,
now,
it's
overall,
crazy, bro.
Look,
Who winning?
Joe Burrow.
No.
What? He just broke
no?
an NFL record. He just threw for 500 yards with 4 touchdowns.
He didn't throw for 500. He didn't throw for 500?
Yes, he did.
480.
Oh yeah. This nigga done got his mind made up on
Joe Burrow is better than Lamar.
Yes.
Joe Burrow is way better than Lamar.
Joe Burrow just went to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson has never done that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, bro.
Joe Burrow is an AFC champion.
If Joe Burrow had Rashawn Bateman, Devin Duvernay, and DeMarcus Robinson as a receiver, what would he be?
No more if you can't see Joe Burrow is better than him, but goddamn.
Y'all niggas is delusional.
But Joe Burrow in his second year became an AFC champion. How can you compare an AFC champion?
Y'all not making sense right
now.
But
Belanzo, how can you compare an AFC champion to someone that's not even gotten close to that?
What do you mean? He was in a divisional round. That's one round. What are you talking about?
One time. He's 1-3 in the playoffs. He's terrible.
Bro, do you not understand the weapons this nigga has? This nigga has one of the best receivers in the league.
Can I ask you something?
Okay. Is Jamar Chase or is he not a top 5 receiver last year?
Can I ask you something?
Can you please answer that?
When Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl,
oh my God, he keep bringing up Cam Newton, nigga.
That's who was Cam
how long ago was that? How long ago was that? It's a different league, right? Is it or is it not a different league?
It's the same offense.
All right, matter of fact, okay.
A great tight end and nothing else.
Joe Burrow. Keep naming. Who else?
What's that? 3 or 4?
No, that's what? 2. I don't got Tom Brady over right now.
He said Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Joe Burrow.
Patrick Mahomes.
Justin
Herbert.
Kyler Murray.
Who?
Did you just say Kyler Murray?
Q. Do you mind if I add on to that? Do you mind if I add on?
Kyler right now is better
Kyler
than
Murray.
Lamar.
What?
The nigga better than Lamar.
Hey, do you mind if
And
I add on to that?
Be advocating for Kyler Murray every week.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't never ever. What are you talking? No, I don't.
Wait, but Q. Let me add 2 more. Let me add 2 more to that. I'm gonna add Josh Allen to that. All right, and I'm gonna add Jalen. I'm gonna add Jalen Hurts to that too.
Get the bro. I swear to God, I'm about to leave this.
So before his concussion, has Tua Tagovailoa had not have a better season than Lamar so far?
Is Tua better than Lamar?
Nah, I'm not gonna say that. But
I just asked. Listen to this nigga, bro. He making a fool out of himself. I'm gonna clip all of
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts right now is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Oh my freak!
See, this is y'all fault. This is y'all fault.
Oh, do y'all hear these niggas, bro? Wolf, do you hear these niggas?
Yeah, I'm hearing them.
Jalen Hurts is better. Dang, God. Go ahead, bro. Who else? Geno Smith better than them too, right? Keep naming.
Geno Smith. I mean, look, he's on a winning team.
Who got the better record?
Geno Smith.
No, they don't. Lamar about to be 5-3.
Lamar is definitely a he's a talent, man. I just don't know. Listen, listen. It's the
I don't lead this mother.
Look. It's
stupid.
It's the rate. It's the rate of the quarterback.
Well, y'all niggas got it, bro.
Look, Zoe. Lamar is a very talented quarterback. I think he's good at what he does. Like I said, the going rate is he's gonna want $300 million. If Carolina doesn't give it to him, that's fine. There's gonna be another organization that's gonna give him that type of money.
No, bro, no, it won't.
Trust me,
bro. He doesn't even have an agent, right?
Yeah, I know he doesn't have an agent.
He's not gonna get him $300 million.
Nigga, right?
Look, and it's because of this, right?
Oh, this nigga's bugging.
You're gonna have to go through Josh. You're gonna have to go through Josh, right? You're gonna have to go through Josh. You're gonna have to go through Patrick for the next years.
So you're saying Lamar should be the second most paid quarterback in the league right now? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
What has Deshaun Watson done?
Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback.
Nigga, what is he? Answer the question.
He's done. I didn't say he was.
Oh, you niggas stop stumbling when you ask him something. Dang.
Well, I said, what has he done?
He played in the AFC Championship game
and lost.
He lost.
He ain't make it to no AFC Championship game. He made it to the AFC Divisional. He ain't never make it to the championship.
Listen,
he didn't make it to the championship.
No, he didn't.
Listen. So what has he done? You said he's a good quarterback. Okay, I didn't. What I said, what has he done? So he hasn't had an MVP season. He hasn't had that. He set the bar, being suspended for allegedly doing what allegedly he was doing. Right. So he set the bar at $235 million. So he was rewarded. He was rewarded for not playing. So he was rewarded $235 million. Okay, great. Guaranteed though. That's all guaranteed money. Okay. The bar at that point, Joe Burrow, you said it, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's going to want more than $235 million. Josh Allen is going to want more than $205 million. Patrick Mahomes,
what you getting at, my brother?
Right. Lamar is going to want that type of money.
He's not going to get it. I want that type of money.
Of course. The problem is that we could say we want that type of money, but the problem is that we're not winning NFL games. Lamar, on the other hand, is winning NFL games. It's not like he's not winning NFL games. He is. He's winning games now. Is he talented as far as a runner? He's probably, from what I've seen at my age, he's an amazing runner. You're right. They don't last long. RG3, Randall Cunningham, I can go on and on.
Cam Newton.
We can go on and on, right?
And if you look at their injuries, it's just one injury ruins it.
For what he's doing right now, he is the best at what he does, which is play option, running the ball, the run option stuff. He is the best at that. You can't deny.
And what quarterbacks would you throw in that category?
Right now?
Right now, I guess
No.
Jalen Hurts.
Hurts maybe a little bit.
Kyler Murray, right?
Murray.
Because they don't run the same type of offense.
Yeah,
Kyler
Murray,
Murray's more passing.
Murray isn't as elusive. He's not as big as Lamar. He has a better arm than Lamar. But that's it. But Lamar's gonna want that money. What I told Cat, Black Matt Rule, what I told him was, I said, hey, listen, if the draft doesn't go your way, right, and you guys win 6 games and you guys go up the draft board to maybe the 6th spot or the 8th spot or something like that,
this nigga calm,
I'll take my chances with Matt Corral before I
pay
for Lamar Jackson.
So that's what I said. So Black said. So Black was like, well, no Wolf. So that I asked Zoe. Zoe was like, well, this is what's going on. So I said, well, what about Lamar? Because Lamar is going to be available. Zoe said, well, you got to go after Lamar at that point. If at that point you have Matt Corral and PJ Walker on the 53-man roster, you think that's going to get it for y'all?
Yeah, I mean, we have not.
Okay.
The thing about Matt Corral. All right, so let me tell you something about
Black. You heard him. You heard him, right? He
Yeah.
said Matt Corral, PJ Walker on the roster next year. That's
nah. Q in that same boat too. Don't throw Q above the way.
No,
that's a fact. But the thing about Matt Corral is you can't cut him out because you don't know what he's capable of. Do you know? Listen. Do you know before Matt Corral got injured, he was ranked number 1?
Okay.
He was ranked number 1 before he got injured.
What?
Quarterback out the draft.
What the fuck he was rated?
Hey, bro.
He was the number 1 ranked quarterback out the draft.
Send me that, please. Whatever.
Number 1 in what?
Yeah, see this right. You see, like this right here, this reaction everybody is giving me right now. Y'all don't know y'all shit.
Number 1 in,
bro. Whatever scout had that nigga number 1, they did get drug tested.
Where my mother? Y'all don't know y'all shit, bro. Because look,
Black, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I respect your opinion. I'm not laughing, bro. I respect.
I'm laughing, nigga. That man's a joke.
If you telling me Matt Corral gonna do it, then why even draft a quarterback if you ain't giving Matt Corral a chance?
Well, let me tell you why.
Thank you.
Because if you picking number 1,
they were trying to get Baker Mayfield on draft night and couldn't do it, so they said, "Oh shit, we don't have a quarterback at all, and we can't go in the season with PJ." So they pulled the trigger on Matt Corral. That's why they did it.
Black. This is all I'm gonna say.
Y'all niggas
Kyler
laughing
Murray, right?
at me.
All right, you said Kyler Murray, right? Can you tell me Kyler Murray record in the playoffs, and can you tell me his stats in the playoffs?
Nah, I can't tell you that.
I'm gonna tell you his stats: 55.9 completion percentage, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Had a 40 quarterback rate. Atrocious.
Lamar Jackson is damn near the same shit.
And he's never won a playoff game.
Lamar's the same shit.
Okay.
Look, but hold on. But you would laugh at what I said about Matt Corral, right? But y'all with what this nigga saying and paying this nigga $300.
No. None of us want to pay that nigga $300. Look, I'm out of
But that's
Jalen
what you want to take. You say you want Lamar, right?
No, I didn't. He said if we don't get a top quarterback,
right.
I want a top quarterback first. Then if we don't get that top quarterback,
this scenario, we're not in a position to get a top quarterback.
Yeah, nigga, I want Lamar. It's crazy. So who you want, Matt Corral?
Wait, you guys are in a position to get a top pick right now. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if they win 6 games, that pushes you out of the first pick, correct? See how black think I'm playing. I'm asking a question.
Yes.
Okay. So if the draft day you guys are like number 6 or 7, then what is what I'm asking? At that point, then what?
But then what you gotta cross your I's and dot your T's and pray that the person that you want on your draft board is available.
See, Wolf, you see how they don't have no plan?
Right.
They will not give you. They won't give you. They just naming out unrealistic stuff.
Now, so Black Man Rule is here. You don't think your GM or your owner is going to call or not give a phone call to Lamar? I'm asking a question.
I'm not betting on that.
But what I'm asking is, do you think he'll give him a call?
I don't. To be honest with you, this is Scott Fitterer and David Tepper, and they don't want that dancing ass nigga in there. If you just want my honest opinion,
Okay.
Q, you don't want that dancing nigga in there.
You want that dancing ass nigga with his pom cheerleading ass up in there. You want him. I don't.
Y'all niggas be hating on Lamar, yo.
I'm not
I
hating.
hope that nigga win the Super Bowl.
He can
Oh,
go
that
shake
nigga win the
his
Super Bowl.
Cafe Express ass on down to another team. I ain't
Hey,
gonna
look.
see this shit.
Hey, go win with it.
His play takes away from what we want to do in Carolina, and we want to spread
Then
the
Wolf,
fucking
see
ball
Wolf. This the
and
thing
get our
about it.
receivers
You
down
got
the field.
you got people who like to say, okay, Lamar Jackson runs this type of offense. See look Wolf. I don't get into debates with people like that because they gotta know the full details and logistics behind it.
Of course,
it's not Lamar. See, look, let me explain to you. It's Greg Roman. Greg Roman runs the 12 personnel. He likes 2 tight ends. That's what he's always run. He always liked it. So he don't future that many wide receivers in his system. So it's not going to be that way. And I heard a dude in the chat earlier say, okay, well, it's like the 49ers system. Look, the 49ers had Michael Crabtree. They had Torrey Smith. They had Anquan Bolden. They had receivers. They had a Frank Gore as a running back. So they had Vernon Day. Like they had all these. They had Vernon Day, and they had another one. They had what was the other tight end? And they had 2 tight ends. Like that people trying to hand no receivers. But look, well, if you see how when I say that, Q go all quiet because they can't bring it like that. They don't know the stuff like people don't like to bring the details behind it. They just like the Lamar likes to run. Lamar can't run another offense.
How can you blame that on Greg Roman?
What do you mean, nigga? He orchestrates the offense. What are you talking about?
So are you saying Lamar Jackson would be good in a spread out offense with multiple receivers? Is that what you're saying?
Why can't you never seen him in it? So why you gonna say can't do it?
All right, so did you see Lamar Jackson in college?
Yeah.
What type of offense did they run?
It was catered to him. He freelanced for real. It was no specific offense. It was just him freelance.
If you ask me, it was very similar to what he's doing right now.
Thank you. That's what they did. That's what most college coaches do. It's a copycat. So what they do, they would take what you were successful in college and they would mimic that in the NFL to best suit that quarterback. But for y'all to say that a nigga can't, hey, y'all niggas crazy, bro.
Look, it's a good debate. That's why you bring it up because we can't pay Lamar, but I guarantee you, if that was a case where they wanted Lamar, the Falcons would go after Lamar because it would bring the fans excitement. That's just what it is, bro. Nowadays, like you know what I'm saying, like either you're gonna see a wreck or a show. You look. I'm telling you, we can't afford them. We can't.
Yeah, we can.
No, us.
Yeah, we surely can after getting rid of McCaffrey. We could, but
right.
Oh, are you a Panthers fan?
No, I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. So, we definitely
Them niggas still paying Matt Ryan $100 million.
We definitely can't afford him. But if we could, yeah, we're gonna give him a call because you know what I'm saying. He's a superstar, and we need superstars in this division. There's no superstars in the division. All 4 teams don't got no superstars. They don't got no.
We will after this draft, but
right. But what I'm saying is, if the draft does, because look, sometimes the draft ain't guaranteed.
Why do y'all want them? Y'all have Desmond Ridder.
No, it's hypothetical. I said if we can afford him, we would call him, but I just said it. We going with Desmond probably next year anyway. He's probably going to be Desmond's year anyway next year. So, you know, I told Black, I said, yo, Black, we're going to have to see how this movie turned out. And if he said, yo, you guys fucked up, it shouldn't have took this long. Mm-hmm. You better make sure you got that energy when you on that field. You better make sure you got that energy. So that's all I want. But to bring the fans excitement and stuff like that, you wouldn't call Lamar Jackson?
Hell nah.
Okay.
I don't think nobody gonna be excited for that nigga.
Okay.
300 million.
Lonzo might be the only nigga with a jersey on.
That nigga Q, boy. Q, I'm by your Jim Harbaugh jersey.
I get you. What is your name? Is it Wolf?
Yeah, Wolf.
Wolf. I feel you. I mean, yeah, like watching the nigga run around and juke and spin and shit.
Shit is cute, but it ain't.
This shit is entertaining, but
you niggas is
this
crazy.
shit ain't gonna result.
We done had 9 years of that shit, man, and I'm
yeah.
Nah.
Hey, Q, tell him how we gonna be down by 30 points and this nigga juke somebody out and everybody gonna go, oh.
And then he gonna run to the middle of the field and
wait a minute.
Ball.
Wait a minute. You guys are not saying that Cam was more athletic than Lamar, right?
These dumb niggas don't know what they talking about.
Lamar Jackson.
You can't trust these
Cam Newton can do Lamar Jackson.
You don't know what these niggas want.
Now look, listen.
Go with the
Cam
flow.
I'm gonna stop y'all right
Cam
there.
Newton.
You don't know what they gonna say next, bro.
Now listen. Cam Newton can do shit Lamar Jackson can't. Lamar Jackson can do shit Cam can't. It's like that, bro. For example, Lamar Jackson will never in his life try to run head on against a fucking linebacker because he know the result in that shit.
Yeah, Cam took a lot of his, bro. That's a fact. But Black, come on, man. You see how you know what I mean? Like you see how you is, man.
Look, man, like on the real shit, yo, like fuck Lamar Jackson.
Corral, bro. That's what it is.
Fuck Lamar Jackson. I told myself that shit, like real shit. Like I would not be a fan of this team. Listen.
The running quarterback. I just don't want that shit.
If we get Lamar Jackson, I'm not a fan of this team no more. I just can't do it. I can't because I can't see myself cheering on this nigga for my team. I can't do that.
So you guys would take Lamar Jackson, Dan Quinn, and Ken Dorsey as an OC?
I'll take Ken Dorsey as a head. I want Ken Dorsey as a head coach.
Them niggas, they run from every question you ask them, bro. God dang, y'all beat around.
No, the answer to my question. Okay, the answer to that question is hell no.
Specific question.
No.
Goddamn Dan Quinn.
No. The answer to that question is
okay. No. That nigga said, I don't want Ken Dorsey as the head coach. This nigga Q want freaking college.
Bro, I don't care if this nigga would have said y'all want Lamar
Jackson.
This nigga want
a college coach who last coached in the NFL
a decade ago. Look, Lonzo. I'm gonna make it clear why I stand on Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't care if that nigga would have just said, you want Lamar Jackson with Bill Belichick and fucking Kyle Shanahan. Like, no, I don't. No.
It's all good, man. I'm just, you know what I mean? Look, that's the scenario. Look, because it's the Panthers, I think are in a better position than the Saints as far as coaches and players. They're just in a better position. They're probably going to be in a better position than the Bucks, and it's probably even with us because we're so young too. So, but if he's gonna want to put butts in the seats, then guess what? Matt Corral it is next year.
If Lamar Jackson was that
Matt
nigga,
Corral, Black is on. What number does he wear?
Who? Corral? He wears number 9.
All right, there you go.
He asked you. You listen to what he said.
So next year it's Matt Corral at starting.
Next year is Will Levis or CJ.
I don't know what in the fuck you get this from, Wolf, but I just
I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah. Wolf signing here. I ain't hear Wolf just now.
He just said he's guaranteeing that Matt Corral.
First, the nigga said what number Lamar gonna be wearing.
I thought that's what he said. Yeah, I thought that's what he said.
Nigga said what number Lamar gonna be wearing.
What number Lamar's gonna be wearing?
He's gonna be wearing the speed limit because we're gonna get his
he gonna be a free agent. He gonna be unsigned. That's the number you're gonna be wearing.
All right, so Matt Corral.
Because if he was so good, he'll be signed right now.
Ridley over there betting on niggas. That's the number he gonna be wearing.
Right. If Lamar was so good, he would be signed already, bro.
Matt Corral. Listen, Black Man Rule. Do you believe in Matt Corral?
Over Lamar Jackson, yeah.
Okay. No, over nobody. Just do you believe in Matt Corral? You believe Matt Corral is a starter quarterback in this league?
That's a tricky question. I mean,
Do you believe
I mean,
quarterback in this league?
I believe. I'm gonna put it like this. I believe he could be I believe he could be a good quarterback in the NFL. Yeah.
Okay, so a good quarterback is a good quarterback. Do you believe that he could win you a playoff game in this league?
With the right talent, yeah, I do.
Okay, do you believe he'll win a Super Bowl in this league?
Nah. It would have to be a
Hell of a
perfect
stretch,
situation.
Man. We just happy to get this nigga in to win a game, and you talking on the fucking Super Bowl now.
Yeah. Like
I done sat back longer damn
I feel
enough.
like you would have
got
to be in the most perfect situation to win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
No, hell no. We done got to the point where we pulling Matt Corral off to win a fucking Super Bowl game now. Oh hell no. This has been Black Cat Panther Podcast. Look at here. We have just hit the 3-hour mark. I'm taking my ass to sleep on that one.
Yeah, I think of Wolf. Hey, Wolf, where you from, bro?
I'm from Jersey, man. Jersey.
Yes, yeah, I already knew where you was from.
Yes, yeah. Listen,
y'all niggas always coming up with the wildest ideas.
Listen, look, I know Black Cat about to sign off, but we're gonna sign off on Matt Corral, Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Fuck out of here.
I'm so sorry.
Before I sign off to that.
I'm so sorry.
Matt Corral for the Super Bowl.
Had a Bucks loss.
Matt Corral.
I wonder who beat them.
So Lonzo, you know what's going to come next, right?
Oh, that's the troll.
Hey, Lonzo, you know what's next, right?
What?
If we win on Sunday, then we can win the division.
Oh, look right there. Look right there.
Look. Q, what I say?
I called it.
What I say before this live? If the Buccaneers lose tonight, nigga, watch the ball. We going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, we about to win the division and go to the playoffs.
Yeah. What we about to do now? We about to take the division.
Yeah. We about to make the wild card and lose first round.
I'm telling you, I stand and I put my head on the defense. I promise you that. Yeah.
Yeah, niggas crazy.
Oh my God. I'm here for it, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, man. Listen, man, you know what I mean? Man, it's been great, man, being here, bro, for real, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody showing me a lot of love. I appreciate everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna pop in though with a Matt Corral jersey. That's a fact, bro. Next time we here.
All right, man. This nigga
crazy.
Yeah. I thought he was about to say something important, and then he brought up Matt Corral. Oh,
right. Hey, y'all niggas have a good night, man.
Yo, man. Listen, I believe that it's gonna be a great game on Sunday. That's all. It's gonna be a great game.
No, we gonna lose.
Nah.
Hey, do you know I got $100 that we lose this game?
Nigga betting against the team.
Dang.
Yeah, Shalika made me do it.
Who betted against the team?
I did.
Black
man
man
made me do it, bro.
What, nigga?
Shalika, $100 the other day.
I bet her $100 we lose.
What? This nigga is crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Wolf,
you said I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, you said, wait, Lonzo, you said I'm crazy?
Yes, nigga. We not losing Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
It sound like you might want in on that.
Nah, nigga, I ain't betting on. I ain't dumb to bet on the team, but I ain't betting against them either. That nigga crazy, yo.
Nah, for real, it's gonna be a good one. But
for y'all.
That's gonna be a good one. Divisional games are always good, man. Divisional games are always good. They're always tight. They're always close, man. So
when was the last time we beat y'all on the Mercedes-Benz?
Last year.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Hey, Wolf.
What's up?
You got someplace you watching the game at?
I'm gonna be in the crib, so I'll tap in. You gonna play by play?
You gonna be in this watch party, my nigga.
We got the live watch party. You are in there. I'll make sure of it, fam.
All right.
Nothing to worry about.
It's a fact, bro.
So look at here. Everybody who watching live watch party. $5 according to Unc now with his black ass.
Okay.
50% off.
All right. You know
Yes, sir.
But listen,
Yes, sir.
man. Nah,
On the
but bro,
house
it's
for
been
you,
a
though.
pleasure, man. All y'all cool. Everybody in the chat, man. Everybody was cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what time it is. But listen, I just tweeted right now on my fake Twitter account, Matt Corral, Super Bowl.
Man, all right, I'm out of here.
You said on your fake Twitter account?
Nah, I'm on the Buckle Jack. I got no Twitter.
Oh.
I got no Twitter. I was just trolling my man, yo. I was like, yo. He said Matt Corral was that dude, though. He did say that, though.
Yeah, well, he see a lot of things I don't.
Yeah, I know. But yo, bro, it's been a pleasure, man. Zoe, listen, I really think you guys should debate that defense offensive coach, man. That would be good. That would be a good show. I'm not gonna lie.
Coming up. It could be coming up. So
yeah,
you already know what time it is.
Because
look, like I say,
Zoe already started doing push-ups. You see how he came back in when he was like, Zoe, boy, Zoe was like, man, I'm here. What you talking about? Zoe was like,
Zoe angry nigga, boy.
Nah, man, I ain't.
Get all that anger from, but he an angry nigga.
All right, man. Don't listen to Q.
You hear him in the background. These niggas stupid. Let these dumbass niggas right here. Yeah, angry cat. Boy.
Yeah, but so I'll pop in on the watch party. When you gonna do it? Sunday?
What time the game is? 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
1 o'clock Sunday. The link to the Discord, I got it already tied in there. Just go ahead and create yourself a login, fam. And Sunday, look for me. I'll be looking for you.
All right, sounds good. On Discord?
Yeah, on the Discord.
All right, sounds good,
sir.
bro. I appreciate y'all, man. Good night, everybody.
Let me know if you need to pull on your channel, fam.
All right, sounds good, bro. That's a fact.
All right, yo.
Yo, be good out there, bro.
All right, respect, Wolf.
All right, brother. Yo, man, everybody in the chat, peace. Like the video, share the video, boy. It's your boy, Wolf. Day 1, A1. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Matt Corral in the building.
Good night.